What is up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. Let me fix this. Of course, right when I was about to go live here, or, you know, port over, so you guys could see my face, I signed out of my YouTube account, out of my Gmail account, so that was fun. Had to figure that out real quick, real fast like. But welcome in to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. Camsta, is that Fart Knocker? Did he change his name? That's what it seems like. And shout out, oh, he changed his name too, to Vincenzo. Used to say P Vincenzo, right? Am I tripping? You must have changed that. But shout out to everybody for being here. I appreciate you being here. I'm sure Blues Guy will be here soon. Orhan, I don't know, but we will keep it moving. And yeah, we're over on the crypto bubbles. That's where we like to kick this off at. WLFI is up 15.8%. I'm going to open up the charts real quick on the back end. He says, whoops, yeah, how did that happen? I didn't do anything. I have no idea. It still had an F with like a brown logo, like the brown circle with the F, and that's what you usually look like. So I figured out who it was. But, you know, what's funny is Vincenzo, his is different too, so maybe he didn't do anything either. I don't know. So how's everybody feeling? Fart Knocker was talking about a pump, or do I just call you Camsta? Call you Camsta now. You have been renamed. I know we got a little bit of a pump, but how wild did it go? I haven't looked at it in a couple hours. It definitely did pump quite a bit, but it's nothing crazy right this second. It looks like it's pulled back quite a bit. All right. I won't get too lost in that sauce. Besides WLFI, World Liberty Finance, we got Aster, Pumped Up Fun, and Hype on the daily. Let's pop down to the hour. CoAI with the biggest bubble, losing 10% again. So where is it at now? Now it's at $13.14. Morpho on the hour, Zcash, Pengu. Obviously on the hour, it's going to be a much smaller pump. Blues Guy, welcome in. And let's move right along as we always do. Bitcoin above 110,000, just barely right this second. What did it go up to? Topped out at 114. Yeah, that's a beautiful pump. I was not trading today, but it looks like the market might be starting to get juicy enough to get into some trades, right? So Bitcoin 110,000, Ethereum 3,854. I did not do the mic check though. All right, mic sounds good. Before I start rambling on, I think you guys would have told me if you couldn't hear me. You usually do. XRP $2.39. Solana moving back up, 191.40 if you want to get technical, but really close to that $200 mark. I love that. Dogecoin 19 cents, Cardano 64 cents. Chainlink $17.42, Hyperliquid $40.14. That thing looks like it is recovering. It is up 10% in the last 24 hours. XLM 31 cents. That's really just for Blues Guy. SWI $2.43. Like to see that trending back up. Avalanche $19.13. And HBAR 16.5 cents. I want to see if I can find Jupiter easily. I don't see Jupiter. All right. MemeCore $2.25, right? Up 14.6% in the last 7 days. Now let's look at what's trending. That is usually how we progress through this show. It's starting to find a rhythm. It's starting to find, a common. Yeah, Blues Guy says Mike is good. Shout out to you. I appreciate you saying that. My XOM, thanks Underground. Absolutely, man. So, Meteora, which is a DEX on Solana. Unless I'm tripping. October 23rd, 2025. So this is not a... Wait, is this a DEX? It is a DEX. Did they rebrand or something? Meteora did not come out on October 23rd, right? That's nonsense because that's today. I mean, we just used it to buy some VWA or WVA just the other day. Remember we were on this and then we went down here and we swapped into the VWA or whatever Vanguard's coin is. Surely somebody remembers that. I am not sure what's going on. Very weird. 2020 October 20th. No, it is not. This thing did not launch today. That doesn't make any sense unless, I don't know, did their coin just launch? That doesn't make any sense to me. 265 million in market cap. Where's Orhan? Where is our favorite bot when we need him? Shout out to everybody coming in. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. Tell somebody about this channel who you know loves crypto. That is the mission, to raise everybody's crypto IQ. We're going to be going over what is trending and relevant as we kick off before we get to the IQ raising event, which is Chain Abstraction. We did talk about account abstraction or wallet abstraction, not I don't know, 2 weeks ago, something like that, maybe less than 2 weeks ago. Anyways, I don't know what to say about this thing. I'm glad that I clicked on it, but I don't understand why it's saying October 23rd, 2025. I must be missing something. There. And it would be interesting to see how Meteora compares in market cap to like Jupiter. Other DEXs in the Solana ecosystem, right? And when actually, I just want to pull this website back up again for Meteora, because when we did try to swap, right, we tried to swap some Sol into whatever the Vanguard coin is. We'll bring it up in a minute here. Yeah, exactly. That's the one, Blues guy. I feel like your name looks different too. I don't know. Did YouTube change everybody's name? That's going to be really confusing. The Meta token generation event. The future will be tokenized. It starts with MET. So maybe they did. And it says volume 2. So did they like relaunch their coin? This is really weird. But anyways, my point was we came here and we were trying to swap, right? And they have liquidity pools and stuff, but you don't actually swap through Meteora. Down here in the corner, they have a connection to Jupiter, right? So you're really swapping with Jupiter. So really, what is the big deal about Meteora if you already have Jupiter? Meteora has unlocked circulating supply. Let's see, met with an unlock market cap of 260. Yep, UMC shows maximum sell pressure in the US and is derived from the token release schedule. Okay, so they had like a token unlock. The token unlock, though, is so different from a token generation event. So I don't know. Maybe later in the stream we can circle back to this. Circle back. If you remember the Biden era in the White House, everything was being circle backed. Yeah, you know, it's funny, Blues guy. That's the same thing that Fartknocker said. He said he didn't change his name either. Looks like everybody's name changed. Hopefully my name didn't change. Anyways, Aster, Zcash, CoAI. I mean, we have been over those things, right? Limitless was a new one on the radar. I feel like we really did our due diligence with that one, right? 34.6 million in market cap. It is GambleFi. Prediction markets, Capital Launchpad. I mentioned that there were several different coins that I saw coming out with a lot of the same narrative. It seems like they always come out in batches, right? Like people have the same idea. And then they're on Base Blockchain. We'll go to their website. I also wanted to see their Twitter and see how many followers they have. Had a lot of tabs open. I got to make sure I close those as we go along here. So again, price prediction market, they have 87.9 thousand followers. But then it says they joined. Wow. So this had to have been, has this been rebranded? Okay, so I don't have anything on CoinGecko that says it's a rebrand, but think about this. It says join May 2021. Has 15.2 thousand followers, and the max chart says it came out October 22nd, 2025. So what, they've been building for that long, and then they finally, made their token. Now, obviously, people can take a Twitter that they already had amongst themselves because it was old, and then they can like rebrand it, just change everything. I don't know what the point of that would be. Make it look like they've been on there way longer, but 15,000? That is crazy. That one guy in the house. Sorry, as far as it looks to me, that one guy, they've changed everybody's names slightly, and it's really weird. Hey, my brother, what's up, man? I really appreciate you coming to the stream. I've watched you in the Discord, chatting with everybody. Shout out to everybody who's in the Discord. I actually should go make sure the link in the Discord is good. Give me 1 second for that before we get too far into this. Sometimes it's changed, sometimes it's not changed, but I should go check it and do my due diligence. There's no point in doing it before the stream. What is going on? Wow, when I go to edit the show, there's no information in here at all. All right, we're going to have to reload that. I accidentally logged out of my Google account like right when I was trying to switch my. Once requested, it may take 24 hours to get access to live streaming. Oh, am I logged into the wrong thing here? Yo, this is wild. Give me Give me 1 second, right? Give me 1 second here. Because now I don't have access to anything. We're streaming and I can't even end it. That's crazy. Could you please give me your logic of analyzing coins on River or Yi Finance CLO? We've been talking about those. Came here from Sam Price's stream, by the way. Well, I appreciate you coming in. And yeah, we've talked about River and we've talked about Yi Finance. What did you want? You wanted, give me your logic of analysis. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely do that. Just give me one second here as I realize that I am locked out of my my YouTube. Isn't that fun? So when I thought I had logged back in, I actually logged into the wrong email. And now I don't even know which email is the right email. This is fun. It's got to be this one, right? Let's see if I can get into this real quick. Oh, I love like all of the verification stuff, and then I gotta go to YouTube, but it didn't like that at all. I apologize, everybody. Smash that like button. We will get rolling in just a second. I really got to get this right. I can't even end the live stream at this point. Isn't that crazy? All right, there it goes. It like wasn't sending it. Wasn't allowing me to log in. You know how it goes. They like send another verification to another phone, and then you have to open it. Like you have to open YouTube, and then sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not there. Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, but it's not fun. And they put the like change, you know, you can click in the corner. I don't know how many people know about YouTube really, right? But when you go to change channels, because you can have multiple channels and stuff, the like sign out button is right next to it, and it's super annoying. Dang, the other channels are not there though. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to just rock with it and figure this out at the end of the stream, right? I can't be doing this right now. I apologize, everybody who held in there with me. We're just gonna continue the show. Yeah, definitely. Not sure what I'm. Can I call you J Mill? It says Farouk Jamili 2400. I'm just gonna call you 2400 if that's cool. I got to come up with a short name for everybody, and I will get into those coins in just a second. Let me finish Limitless here, right? So trade on Limitless, forecast the future. This is all about bets. If you scroll down, you see you can be like, is link above $17.26 on October 24th by 2 UTC? You know, so you just basically take bets on this stuff. I mean, if you do a lot of TA, I guess you could nail these, right? Not exactly my type of betting. But if it's something you think you'd enjoy, that's Limitless. Excuse me. And before we go any farther, we're going to do the request that we have here. And I'm actually going to pull it up on Crypto Rank. Usually we use CoinGecko there, 2400. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. It was a really stupid thing to do. I was trying to switch accounts or whatever, and then I signed myself out. That was stupid. So the Fear and Greed Index, though, is at 30. It's not out of the fear yet, but it's getting closer to that orange, right? It's like just barely in the orange, out of the red. Not in the yellow yet, though. We're not green yet. So I came over to this because I know these should be in here. And, of course, today they won't be. Where's Ye Finance? All right, we'll just do it on CoinGecko since I know this platform a lot better. So first he wants to talk about River. So let's do that. Whenever somebody comes in the chat, especially if they're new, but I'd do it for anybody really, we'll go over what you're talking about. It's the purpose of being a small channel. Farouk, is that right? Are you cool with me just calling you 2400? Because that's easier for me. So River, $9.33. Max chart says that it came out or at least started being tracked by CoinGecko, and we just kind of consider that when it came out, right? Because there's not usually a big difference. And this is usually token generation event, right? This is not when the project first existed. This is when the token River was generated, right? Somewhere around there. Anyway, September 22nd, 2025, very new coin. Kind of laid flat for a while in the $2.50 to $3 region, and then all of a sudden got a nice pump in, what is that, the last month? Shorter than that. Last 7 days, really. With the majority of that pump happening here at $4.71 to $9.75. So that's kind of the price. This is not a TA channel. We don't really talk a ton of TA. If that's what you're looking for, I do apologize. That's more Sam's thing. This is deep dive and research, right? So as an Ethereum contract, a base contract, and a BNB smart contract, Binance Smart Chain, we'll bring up their website, but we're not quite there yet. Chain Abstraction, would you look at that? That is the topic of the day. So actually this lines up perfectly, right? Absolutely lines up perfectly. Chain Abstraction. And Farouk, if you could do me a favor and go to the description and tell me if the link to the Discord is working or not, I'd really appreciate that. Because being locked out of my back end, I can't change anything. So let's go to their website and their Twitter. I like to go to the Twitter basically just to see how many followers they have. That tells me how much attention they have. It's not a perfect math, but it definitely is relevant. So 149.2 thousand followers. And the pin post is from October 17th and has 342,000 impressions. I like to see the pin post be at least a couple of days old and have more impressions than they have followers, especially when it's like doubled the amount of followers like this. That's pretty cool to me. Tells me they have quite a bit of attention. But you're probably wondering, what is Chain River and what is Chain Abstraction, right? Well, let's figure it out. Chain Abstraction, stablecoin system. Now, Chain Abstraction is the topic of the day, so if you really want to know what Chain Abstraction is, stick around for the rest of the show. Usually kind of the first hour, 8 to 9, we do a lot of the trending and keeping a pulse on the market and knowing what coins are new, what are trending, stuff like that. Top gainers, top losers. And then we go into the IQ raising event of the day, and we're going to be talking all about what is Chain Abstraction. So connect every asset to its opportunity. So the next 10 billion on-chain bank. River is the foundation of a unified economy where value flows seamlessly across assets, protocols, and ecosystems. Okay. Says they have $709 million locked up. That's a good amount of money to have locked up, for sure. And how it works, first you're going to do things on River that move the network forward and rank up rewards, right? Then you're going to swap, turn what you've earned into SATUSD, which is like their stable coin, right? And an instant low slippage swap on support chain. And then you stake that SATUSD. And then you can mint or deposit supported assets to mint fresh SATUSD directly on the chain you're on. And that's how you earn. Very interesting. They do have a Web3 version. So I'm just kind of going over this again for 2400 here, Farouk. Every website, that you come across in crypto, that almost all of them have, they all have not every crypto has a website, but all of them that do, this is what we consider Web 2, right? But when you click their little app, a good majority of them, especially if they're any good in crypto, have an actual Web 3 app, right? Where you can connect your wallet. And maybe you know what the difference between a Web 2, Web 2 is, and Web 3. I'm sure you've heard the terminology. But a Web 3, you usually have to connect with a wallet. Sometimes there's a version where like Web 2 and Web 3 work together. Like you come up here to connect, and when you click it, you have wallets, but you also have emails and stuff like that too. Anyways, this is the Web 3 version. This is, quote unquote, the internet built on top of the internet, or real crypto in my opinion. And so you can get SatUSD. There's a lot of things you can do in here. A lot of the functions you see here, you're going to see in a lot of other financial places, right? You got vaults. You got bridges for bridging money cross-chain, right? You got staking, because we talked about staking this SatUSD, their stable coin. The fund they're not going to let you see unless you're logged in with X. And then their airdrops, right? What you need to know as far as getting airdrops. Within 180 days after the token generation event, you can convert your points into tokens through the following dynamic conversion curve, where the conversion rate varies depending on the time of conversion. Some people are really big on trying to catch airdrops. There's just so many of them going on all the time. It's hard to do that, right? You have to spend time. You got to connect a wallet. You got to go do different things. You never really know. They don't tell you exactly what it is to get you the most airdrops, right? So you're just kind of doing anything and everything all the time. So that's fun. And then, of course, like you are actually, if you're moving money around and the fees are anything decent, you might even be spending some money to do it. So that's River, right? Yeah, he says, yep, all good, and you got yourself a new member. Hey, I greatly appreciate that. I believe you're going to find a lot of value here. So that's River. Let's talk about the other coin you brought up. And honestly, these coins have come up for the last couple of days. We've been over them several times. So we probably would have gone over them anyways. And because I'm such a small channel at this point, just working on getting monetized, I don't require nobody to put any super chats in or anything like that. So I don't know. I feel like it's a nice, advantage to a small channel until you're not a small channel anymore. So Yi Finance, right? Yi Finance is a decentralized, non-custodial money market protocol built on the Sei network. There you go, Blues Guy. I called it Sei instead of Sai. I like calling it Sai. Anyways, it enables users to deposit assets from passive income or borrow through over-collateralized or flash loans. Do you know what a flash loan is? That's a good, I'm going to write that down. I'm always needing new topics, right, for our streams. Let's do flash loans. Orhan would destroy some flash loans, I'm sure. He'd probably find a glitch in it. Adhering to strict risk perimeters, Yi Finance supports various assets, including major cryptocurrencies like LRTS, never heard of it, and LSTS, also never heard of it, probably stablecoins. It focuses on transparency and security while providing users with risk management. It's worth saying, these financial things and what stable coins can do, and like a lot of people do not understand what is so significant about stable coins, why all these people want to have stable coins. Why did Ripple want, the RLUSD? Why do all these people want their own stable coin? That is a great narrative crypto IQ raising thing as well. So $42.8 million in the market cap of Yi Finance. Yay. I'm going to go with yay. What's going on here? TA don't work for now, at least now. TA don't work for now, at least now. Okay. You think it has potential. You might not believe me, but I'm long since $2.28 on River. Oh, wow. Good for you, man. I mean, I believe you. I don't know what you would get out of coming here and making stuff up. And if you came here and made some stuff up, like, it doesn't really hurt me or anything, right? So I believe you. I believe most people until they give me a reason to not believe them, right? Says, you changed your name. Will the real Mr. J please stand up? Yeah, the real Mr. J. It changed everybody's name. I have absolutely no idea why YouTube did that. I'm sure Mr. J is going to say he didn't do that and he doesn't know why it did that, because that's what everybody has said so far, right? Anyways, we'll talk about Yi Finance real quick. Multi-chain DeFi as it should be. So what is, that kind of gives me a same vibe as account abstraction. So lend, trade, and bridge across any chain. And of course, I could kind of tell you what account abstraction is, but that takes the fun out of it, right? Got to reveal the mystery, the art of the entertainment. I'm working on it. I'm working on my entertainment skills. They're getting better every day. All right. So this is built on Say. And Say really wants to be the trading blockchain. And I think it's really important, as we see many different layer ones coming out, that they need to be niched out. They need to know what they want to do. Very few, I think, are going to survive moving forward just being an everything chain, right? I think they need to be niched out. So liquidity here goes very well with trading, hand in hand, right? This makes a lot of sense. And so when I see liquidity projects building on Say, I think, yeah, if they get a lot of deals and they do a lot of contracts and stuff with a lot of these decentralized exchanges, or even centralized exchanges for that matter, money could flow into Yay. But I don't know the white paper and stuff. You have to know how the money flows into the market cap, because Yay itself as a company could take a lot of the money that they have coming in and keep it, right? You don't know if it makes it into the market cap. Do they have a percentage that goes into the market cap? These are all important things to keep in the back of your mind. Yay, say my name. Oh, you're hilarious, Blues Guy. That was a good one. He says, yeah, probably Chinese. Yeah, I don't. Does my name really display real Mr. J? Yeah, right. Somebody screenshot the chat and go post it in the Discord so that Mr. J can see it. It says the real underscore Mr. J. So if the real Mr. J could please stand up. So anyways, there's not a lot to say about this, right? So even like River, what do we have here? We have bridges, swaps. They're both in beta, right? So they're not really rolled out yet. And when they're in beta, it's like they work usually. Like you can try to do them, but they're saying, hey, this stuff is not completely built out yet. You might have issues. You might have problems with our product until we say we're not in beta anymore, right? So usually you come out of testnet into beta, and then they don't really call it alpha, but they just consider it live after that once they've gone out of beta. It's official. I'm real. Hey, we thought so. I did talk to you. You didn't sound like a bot to me. Appreciate everybody being here. I don't know what's going on with the viewership. There it goes. It's bouncing around so heavy, it's hard to believe people are really coming in and out of the stream like that. And then they have a points reward here. You're not going to be able to see that unless you connect your wallet. That's what makes this Web3, right? There's a lot of different wallets you could use. All right, and then we're going to kind of get back to where we were, right? If it'll go back. So we were rolling down the line. We talked about Limitless, Hyperliquid, Solana, Ethereum. I mean, if you don't know what Solana and Ethereum are, got a lot of crypto IQ raising to do. I doubt anybody here feels that way, that they don't know what it is. Turtle. We talked about Turtle yesterday, right? Brand new off the press kind of coin. Max Chart says it came out yesterday with a market cap of $33.5 million. A billion tokens, 195 million in circulating supply. Really, when we have a new person here, I just want to point out tokenomics are extremely important. That is not financial advice. That is my opinion, but it's also math. So the way you get the number 17 cents for Turtle is you take you take the circulating supply, right? 195 million. And you divide that by 33.5 million and you will get 17 cents. It takes 17 cents times 33.5 million times to get 195 million. Does that make sense to everybody? It's got an Ethereum contract, BNB smart contract, and a Lena contract. Anybody remember the news about Lena with the Swift system, the old archaic Swift system? Somehow they got themselves in there. It is decentralized finance analytics. It did have the Binance Alpha Spotlight and yield farming. What is the difference between yield farming and staking? That's a good one. Anyways, Turtle, again, you see you land on the Web 2 version of the app. Why? Because that's what most people understand and what most people know. It says liquidity distributed protocol, but again, up in the corner, you see open app. That's going to take you to the Web 3 version. That's why it's the internet. This is the internet built on top of the internet. So this is the building of on top of the internet, right? And it was Polkadot who first coined the term Web 3. Does it matter? No. Does it make me like Polkadot? No. Unlock boosted rewards across Web 3. El Cheeto in the house. Love to see you roll in, man. I don't know if you've been here, but he dropped a comment, so I'm going to take that as the point he rolled in. Institutional liquidity, deal flow, and diligence. So they're talking about institutional liquidity. So are they for retail? I don't know. Align incentives, right? So all of these things were all scattered, right? They had no connection, and then bam, they aligned them, and they were, I don't know, connected. Aligning incentives across Web 3. Promote your incentives programs by directly targeting the largest active LP networks in Web 3. So partner protocols, liquidity providers. Submit boosted opportunities to track TVL wallets activity and liquidity across liquidity costs, not across, in real time. When I'm reading fast, sometimes I read what I want to be there and not what's actually there. What's up, Underground fam, says El Cheeto. What's up? Welcome in, welcome in. Dude, I've been wondering how to figure out that forever. Thank you. Oh, you're talking to, I think he was talking about the price of a coin. Hey, we just raised that crypto IQ and I did my job once again. Turn your Web3 audience into a revenue stream for your business. Distribution partners. I told you that one guy, if you keep coming back, you're going to learn stuff. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. That goes for everybody. And again, can't stress it enough. Tokenomics very important when you're looking at investing in a coin. If you're trading a coin and you only, you're trading a flag or something like that on a coin, you don't have to know all the ins and outs about the tokenomics, right? Because you're not going to be holding it that long. But if you're like me who likes to buy and hold 4-year cycle or whatever the cycle is now, let's not get into that. It says, you the best, dog. Hey, man, I really appreciate you saying that. I'm just glad that people are picking up what I'm putting down. You know what I'm saying? So structure ecosystem-wide rewards that drive DeFi activity and foster sustainable TVL. So if you haven't got it, a lot of this is about analytics, right? Tracking things across chains. It's about TVL. It's about liquidity providers, like linking different liquidity providers. I'm getting the vibe that it's a lot about managing liquidity pools and stuff across chain. I don't know if they do it here, right? But I'm going to open up their Web3 app. But in a lot of places I've seen people talking about, like, you go to a chain, you stake, you provide some liquidity, you get an APR and stuff, and there's all these pools all over the place, right? And you only have so much money. So I've seen a lot of projects talking about, okay, well, let's have like a real-time manager that is always moving your funds to where you're getting the most interest, right? I forget the name of the couple projects that I've seen, but when we come over them again, I will write them down so we have them. It says, bro, I'm locked in. Can't wait to get that in the 99. I've been stacking my paper this week. I'm so ready. That's what's up, man. That one guy. Have they replied to you or anything like that? Because I can reach out to them. It's been enough days now that yeah, if they haven't reached out to you, if they've emailed you back and told you something, then that's okay. But if not, that one guy, I will reach out to the lifer and see what's going up with that, man. And see, that's why it's beautiful to be in this community. You have a direct connection to the lifer there. So anyways, this is the Web3 version. There's not a whole lot going on here. Again, you see the same things constantly. No bridge, but you see a swap. They do have their token page. They are a DAO. What is a DAO? So the 99 is great. The charts and the people, you will love it. Absolutely. I do love the 99. I've been in the 99 for, I don't know, 2.5 years, maybe 3. I don't trade as much as I wish I did, but with running this channel, I'm not as active in there as I used to be. But I haven't heard yet, boss. I was going to ask, but didn't want to be a boo, but I'm so ready, bro. Yeah, that one guy, you're in the Discord. When you wake up, I forget where you live. My apologies. But when you wake up tomorrow, check your email. If they haven't got back to you, send me a private message on Discord, and I'll reach out to the lifer from there. Anyways, when we go to token, it says, hello, fellow turtle. You must be signed in to view this page. They all want you to come and provide the liquidity, right? Because these are liquidity type products, finance products, Web3 products, right? So they need you to come and provide liquidity. Usually they're going to give you APR, or they're going to, on top of the APR they give you, have some kind of airdrop or something to keep you engaged in wanting to come to their product, because there are many products like this product, right? And aside from that, there's not a lot to do, right? The DAO, you know, that usually is about governance and the treasury and the trajectory of the project, true decentralization. You usually have to own the native token in order to vote and be a part of the governance. But unless you're like a big time player or something, or somebody who has a lot of money in here, why would you really care that much? It's one thing when you're dealing with one project, but when you extrapolate that out to, like, I don't know, the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of projects, it just becomes unsustainable. So with that kind of stuff, people are rather really invested in an interest to be a part of a DAO and really have enough of it to have a say in where the project is going, right? So let's see. DAO, or Decentralized Autonomous Organization, exactly. Is an internet native entity run by its members without a central authority. Basically, that's what makes it decentralized. Thank you, Blues Guy, for putting this in here for anybody who didn't quite understand what I was saying. And sometimes, Blues Guy, people just learn better when they can read it, right? And they don't have to keep up with me talking. Governed by rules encoded by smart contracts on blockchain. And I do talk probably way too fast, so I apologize about that. The past few days I've been feeling so amazing, like I'm a part of something, and thanks boss, will do. Awesome, man. Yeah, get plugged in somewhere, have a mentor. You know what changed my life a huge bit, that one guy, is one day I've been watching the lifer for probably about 6 months, 7 months. When I first started, I think this is important for me to pause and tell the story real quick. Some of you have heard a piece of it before, but you'll get my point in a minute. So I've been watching the life for probably 6-7 months. When I first started watching him, I did not understand anything he was talking about at all. And I just said, you know what? This guy seems like, I love his energy. He seems really genuine. I like to believe I'm a good tell about people, right? And so I just was like, I'm going to watch this until what he's saying starts making sense to me, whether I figure out it's nonsense or it starts making sense to me. Fast forward about 6 months, I said, you know what? This guy's onto something. I love his energy. He's here every day. He's committed. He's dedicated. I'm going to consider him my mentor. At that point, he lived in another state, you know. I didn't know who he was. He was just a guy on YouTube, right? But I really could sense what he was putting down, the energy, the knowledge, just the teaching that he was giving me, very much in a way what I'm trying to do, just different. And yeah, so, but my point was, when I decided, hey, this guy is my mentor, well, that locked me in, right? Because you're not going to have a mentor and not listen to him. So then I decided, okay, if he's my mentor, I have to show up every day on the stream with little to no exceptions, except for things that are unavoidable, right? I was working a lot and running a company. So there were times, I had a lot of times where I had to watch his stream, you know, half a day later, sometimes even a day later, but I always made sure I watched. And so from there, that really changed the trajectory of my life. And then I joined the 99 at some point there. I don't even remember. I might have done it very early on. And I started, being somewhat involved with the community over there. A lot of times I was just lurking, I wasn't posting a lot because I was very busy. But anyways, that really changed me to the person that I am now in crypto, right? So like, I'm focused and I'm dedicated to crypto. And of course my community and the channel. But I can see that you're kind of getting into that space. I can feel that for you. I remember what that was like. So I thought that was important to say. Learned about the smooth moving average today. Been using it all day. Yeah. And that one guy, that's why I told you the other day that in my opinion, when you first get into the 99 and stuff, take some time to learn. Maybe take some little trades there, but what'll really chew you up, what did me in a little bit, was thinking too much. I learned some new information and I didn't back test it, and I thought, oh, I see this little Fibonacci retracement or something here. I'm going to jump in. And I chewed up my first account really bad because I was trying to do too much when I didn't take the time to really back test. I learned a little bit, but I didn't back test it. So I hope you do better than I did with that initially. He said, I watched the Jim Rohn guy, like you guys said last night. Hey, I spent 2 hours in the gym today listening to Jim Rohn. Mostly every day, really, and usually while I'm working out. Everybody else has got their hyped up metal music, rap music, or whatever. I'm listening to Jim Rohn and getting my mind right. You will, if you do that consistently and watch at least a couple of his videos daily if you can, it'll really, really change your focus and your dedication. He says, thank you so much for sharing, boss. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that was for you, but it's also for everybody too. I'm taking everything in you are saying, brother. Awesome. Well, if it helps you do better than me and make less mistakes than I made, then, you know, I'm winning. I'm really winning. And you're winning too, right? So Trade Intuition in the house says, remember to smash the like button. It's the easiest way to show your support and help the channel grow. Absolutely it is. Real Mr. J says, thanks for sharing. Trade Intuition in the house. Blues guy always welcoming people in, as he does have a wrench. He is a mod. There's another guy who has a wrench who sometimes gets into competition with Blues guy, but he's not here, right? So Blues guy is the man. All right, so I'm caught up there. I do like to stay caught up in the chat. The more we grow, the harder that is to do. Man, we picked up a new person too. 2400. I hope you're still out there, Farouk. Hopefully I'm saying that right. So crepe or creepy or no, I'm just kidding. I always want to call it creepy, but it's not. It's crepe. And we decided it's crepe, right? Or crepe. I don't know. It doesn't look like it says crepe, but I get it. It's not an English word. Anyways, it is a meme coin, and it's doing some numbers right now, right? So down here, it was at May 29, 2025, not very long ago. And it was just chilling with a lot of zeros. Still has a lot of zeros, right? So there it had 6 zeros before the number. Now it only has 4 zeros in front of the number. And my God, this thing is up 21,000%. I don't remember when we first saw this thing. I doubt it was down here. But you just never know which one is going to do it, right? Still always a little bit depressing when you see 21,000%. You know that Shiba Inu from the time of its inception was up like over 1,000,000%, meaning you could have put, and how you would have known Shiba was the one, I don't know, but you could have put $1 in that thing and had $1 million at one point. And that is why we're here deep diving and doing what we're doing. I can't find the right place to put this phone without the mic being in the way of the chat. Yep, crepe is French. For pancake, absolutely it is. And I've made way too many of them in my life at different jobs that I worked at in the kitchen. We talked about that a little bit last night. But that's not what you're here for. But dang, it had some gains. It is BNB Smart Chain. You know what? We need to deep dive a little bit into this. Is this thing going to rug pull? We don't know. But you know how we could begin to investigate? So you saw this. This is bubble maps, right? Now, you take that idea, but it's not the same thing. This is V2 bubble maps, but it's not exactly the exact same thing, but better. It's something kind of totally different. So then we take the contract address. This is something I don't talk about a lot, but if you were dealing with a project and you want to make sure you get the right project, come back to CoinGecko where it says contract, and you'll see these two little pieces of paper overlaying each other, and you click that. And that will copy it, so you don't have to worry about trying to copy and paste it from somewhere. Then you roll over to bubble maps. Says, as a Quebecer, I'm upset I missed out on CRIP. Yep. I'm not even a Quebecer, and I'm still not happy about it. So anyways, take that contract address. You come over here to V2. It's mostly built for Solana, but I've noticed that BNB chain stuff does come up. I don't know if everything does, because I've tried to look stuff up and it didn't come up. So this brings us to some on-chain analytics, right? Now, if you were looking at on-chain analytics by itself, you would, how do we put this? You would definitely be really confused, most likely, right? And you wouldn't understand connections. So they've taken it. This is what makes it like bubble maps, is they've taken it and they've made it visual. So in my opinion, things that are hard to understand, when they take these different types of ideas and they make a visual representation, kind of like a graph or a chart when you were in school, man, it is so helpful. So anyways, we come in here and what we really want to see here is how many of these connected wallets own how much of the supply. So when you come in here, you see these are the two kind of root wallets, right, that originally held quite a bit. And they have sent out to many other wallets. Sketchy. This is very sketchy in my opinion. And they've done it so much that what is the point of this? Well, they start to break up how many, how much they hold in one wallet. Because if they didn't do this and they left it all in one wallet, you would come over here and you'd look at the wallets and it would say like, number one wallet holds 70% of the supply, and you'd be like, this thing is junk. But they send it out to many different wallets. Now, there are some exemptions and some things you really want to think about here. We're getting kind of deep into this a little bit. Most of the time, I would run away from this. But one thing you definitely do want to keep in mind is that projects like this, when they're early, especially when, because has anybody ever been in a project so early you had to go to Telegram to buy some? And so you went to a Telegram chat and you went through a bot probably that they had there. You sent in your contract address or you sent something to, and then you basically bought it peer to peer, you know, like real decentralization. That can happen, and this wallet could be a wallet where a lot of the early people were buying directly out of this wallet through like a Telegram app. That is possible. So I don't want to say that every time you see this, but you just don't know. Like, you don't know that this is not one person or two people, you know, with most of the supply, and then they sent it out to a bunch of different wallets, and they did some really good marketing, and they got people involved, they got people excited. Maybe they had a little bit of their own money, and they put it in there to really, like, you know, to take this thing from like no money to 10 million real fast, get everybody's attention. Then everybody starts piling in, and then you start seeing maybe some other whales, maybe their best friend knew about this coin, and they were like, hey man, you got to buy some of this, we're pumping it. I don't want to say that because I don't know. You know, these are just theoretical things here. But what's so important about it is you can see like this wallet has been sending in and out of these different wallets for whatever reason. This cluster right here still holds 3.3% of the supply. But what happens when we grab like these and, you know, add up all of this cluster, right? So it says this cluster owns 6.6 of the supply. What happens when we go to a different one? Cluster owns 6.60. That cluster owns, so is that all of them? Okay, so that's like all of these connected own like 6.6. Anyways, that's just to try to help you make sense of what's going on. It does get really confusing when it has this kind of activity. And then all these other people are just other wallets, right? But as you scroll down, you see that they've broken up the liquidity of this stuff a lot. So go back to the top. You have null. Sometimes they'll be named too. Consider that. So this could be the treasury of the project. Could be. And then all these other wallets could also be projects that they've sent money to. Now, being a meme and stuff, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. But with a real project, I've seen that before. Then you have this random wallet that has no identification. Could be an exchange. That has 2.85%. You see Mexi. If you know about Mexi Global, which I'm pretty sure that's what that is, it has another 2.64%. And then Uniswap V2 has 2%. Now, why did I spend the time to break this down? Because you can do this as well. If you see a meme coin and you want to go look at it and see if it is, you know, potentially a rugger. Because those places where you go copy an address and then it tells you a rug report, I feel like they've figured out how to go around those things, right? Because a lot of what those do, if you know what I'm talking about, antirug.com, stuff like that, what they do is they just really look at the on-chain analytics and see how many people hold the position. But if you send out to a bunch of different wallets, you can break up the money and then kind of trick the anti-rug until they update, and around you go. Anyways, let's hop back into the chat because I said a lot of things really fast, so hopefully everybody got it. Just some advice for anyone starting trading: use leverage between 2 and 5. Okay, leverage, yeah, 2 to 5x at first. That's what he's saying, not me. I don't give financial advice. Unless you're a scalper, a good trader is a hard trade. A good trade is a hard trade. Your stop loss shouldn't be so obvious. That's a good point. And don't FOMO and try to catch the top or bottom on resistance and support. I feel like Orhan, he would debate you on that. That's hilarious. Me too. Well, in the West Island specifically. Okay. East-West versus IQ is going through the roof right now. Hey, that's awesome. Try different strategies. Don't stick to SMAs or momentum or fib retracements. Try a mix of all of them. Validate direction of your trade. Trade large cap coins. Yeah, and this is all Farouk saying this, not me. So that you don't get wrecked by a 10% candle. The roof is on fire, exactly. And we have Mega Knight, Web3 in the building. He says 47.4 million fully diluted market cap on Crepe, question mark. So yeah, Mega Knight, when you talk about like fully diluted, oh, it's 50. It's actually right now it's 51.5 million. Sometimes the fully diluted valuation, you said market cap, so that's different. But sometimes the number they give here for like a fully diluted valuation can be like astronomical. I saw one the other day that had like $500 million raised. The coin wasn't even out yet, but the fully diluted value was like $5 billion. Doesn't even make sense to me, even a little bit. But I do understand what a fully diluted valuation is. I just think sometimes they really fudge those numbers. Anyways, yeah, I'm not sure what your question is, Mega Knight, but it has $51.5 million in the market cap. Now, sometimes you'll go to a different website. Let's come over here and type it in here. Probably don't need to. It's probably right here in this list, right? And it's interesting how it's different from exchange to exchange. So it doesn't say that it's trending today as far as crypto rank is concerned. Don't have to go far to find it. Let's see what they say the market cap is here. 53.3 million. So not a big difference, but a difference nonetheless. So wherever you're pulling that number from is probably just a different place. Could be, you know, Coin Market Cap or something like that. Anyways, let's go look at their website. We spent a lot of time on that, but that happens. When it happens naturally, it's usually the best crypto IQ raising event I could possibly ask for, right? So this is it. They made him look like a coin, because I guess it is a coin. I feel like they should have made him look like a crepe, though. I don't know how you make a crepe look like a face. I'm not in the art department. I don't have to figure that kind of stuff out. So you have home, about, FAQ, community, partners, and how to buy. If you don't know how to buy, it should be relatively simple. Pancake swap, of course, because it's a BNB coin. MEXC, KX, or what do they call it? KSEX, I think. Bitmart. So Bitmart and MEXC, some of my more preferred places to go. Matter of fact, there's even a link to Bitmart in the description. And there's the contract address. When you're dealing with a small coin like this, you want to make sure you're getting the contract address from the right place. Their website is probably the best place. CoinGecko's or CoinMarketCap or something like that. It's probably the second best place. And yeah, well, let's go to about. So the next SHIB, BNB Chain's coolest coin is Crepe. It's a community-driven meme token. Crepes are delicious and fancy French pancakes. More importantly, Crepe has all the hallmarks of a new SHIB. I don't know if that's true. That is them saying that. That is not me saying that. And there's so many coins that, how many coins came out and said they were the Dogecoin killer? How many coins came out after that and said they were the SHIB killer? I mean, that's basically what they're saying here. It's the next SHIB, right? And so, I mean, it's a meme coin about a French pancake. Got to keep that in mind, right? It's not even a cute animal to get behind. It's the pancake. So who knows? BTC to 111,000 says that one guy. Nice. I mean, we were at 114 earlier, right? So kind of makes sense. You get a little bit of a bounce there. And that's great, right? So we're going to move on from that. So I think we spent maybe possibly entirely too long on it. But if it continues to bang and it's hot, it's up 73% in the last 7 days, I want you to know about it. That's the point of this channel, right? We're going a little long on this today. 50x long from 109,900. Okay, not a huge move, but 50x. All right, making sure I didn't miss anything. Token bot. Ticker Clanker. I feel like I've heard of this before. We've gone over this coin before. It's been out since November 9th, 2024. It has $40.7 million in its market cap. And let me tell you, one thing that when I see makes me kind of a little bit giddy is this 1 million max supply. They don't got to get a lot of money to go high in number, because again, you're just taking this $47 million and dividing it by this 1 million current circulating supply. And again, $40.68 times 40.7 million with all the numbers will, times a million will give you this number here, right? So $40.68 times 1 million will give you this $40.7 million market cap. I might have said that backwards. Anyways, that one guy says it's not there quite yet. Drink some water, hydrate. Thank you. Yeah, you still fasting? 20% gain so far with size. That's awesome. No, I actually broke my fast last night, because I kind of want to do a thing where like I fast for 2-3 days. I have like a nice meal for a day or two. Then I fast like another 3 days. So there will probably be way too much fasting going on. Mega Knight says, curious, have you tried using Universal X, Chain Abstraction app from Particle Network? No, I haven't. And I wonder, Mega Knight, are you here because of the Chain Abstraction narrative? Sorry about that. At least I didn't cough in the mic. I got some nice hot tea that I probably should have put honey in, but at least it's hot tea for the voice. All kinds of good stuff in there. Got the daily liver detox in there as well. Need to get like a lung detox tea. That would be great. Anyways, this is Clanker, and I really want to know what it is because, man, I love something with a small max supply. As it doesn't take a lot to move the price. 100%, but just a trader. And no, Mega Knight, I haven't looked at that. But today we're talking all about chain abstraction. So I'm going to write that down. And at some point in the near future here, we will take a look at it. Where will I write it down? I don't know. I'm running out of room here. Got to flip the page. So Universal X. And I'm betting that Mega Knight already knows what count abstraction is and what it means. So deploy a token in seconds. That's right. I have been over this. Claim rewards, earn as you go. Think of like Pump.Fun. I'm sure they have things to set them apart. I don't know. Explore a steady stream of tokens from builders and communities. From meme coins to project coins, Clanker helps you trade smart by displaying deployment and social context. All right, let's get out of this. I want to see the website. So Chain Crush, Retake TV, Debt Refli, yeah, Debt Relief Bot. Okay. Founder mode, and I mean anybody can make a coin, right? So these can be anything. I do like that the website looks cleaner than Pump.Fun. Pump.Fun, when you go there, it feels like chaos. It does. It literally feels like absolute chaos. Never too much fasting underground. Yeah, Blues Guy, I couldn't agree with you more. Check it out. There are rewards right now for future airdrops. Okay. Yeah, definitely worth looking at. There are always so many airdrops going on all the time. It is so hard to keep up with all of them, or I should say be involved with all of them. So again, sorry, my neck is killing me. Hate to crack it, but I need it. This is like a pump.fun. There's not a ton of stuff to say here. My biggest takeaway here is, one, the website looks really clean. I'm sure I could enter it into a dark mode somewhere, somehow. Second off, it has a really small circulating supply, and max supply is fully vested. So it's all out. So I think that's pretty awesome. And they have AI in there somewhere. They are a launch pad, obviously. Clanker ecosystem. All the coins that launch are the ecosystem. It's an AI application. And it's got the Binance Alpha Spotlight. This really could be one to keep an eye on. I'm going to write it down. I take notes. Hopefully other people take notes as well. And even if I never come back to the notes, taking the notes actually helps me remember the stuff. All right, and then you have Jupiter and Pudgy Penguins. We're not going to go over that. I have a pre-recorded video that I made a while back about Pudgy Penguins. I do have plenty of pre-recorded videos. Check those out, guys. They take a long time to put together, and it is a bit of a pain. So if people could watch them, that would be great. Not that you guys owe me nothing, because you don't. So let's go to what's trending over here, see if we see anything interesting. We went over this Astronova several times, so I won't do it again tonight because we are running a little long on this. What is a good entry for Clanker? I don't know if you're asking me if you were looking to buy. Sounds like financial advice, Fart Knocker. I can't tell you that. Z-Chain wouldn't tell you what to do with your money. Same, bro. I write stuff down and never read it again. Yeah, but I retain a lot of it because I write it down. Sometimes I do, because sometimes I'll be like, what was that coin that did this, that, or the other? And then I'll just refer back to my notes, and I don't have to go digging for it, right? So let's bring up ZenChain, because we really only went over ZenChain one time, and that was, I'm pretty sure, yesterday. So ZenChain is a layer 1 blockchain solution designed to enhance cross-chain interoperability. That means multiple chains working together, particularly between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So ZChain is all about Bitcoin and Ethereum being able to communicate, right? And that's all we need to know. As you see, there is no TGE, which stands for Token Generation Event. Market data unavailable. So as far as we know, there's no token out. This is a brand new off the press kind of product that's being launched out now, right? First fully decentralized EVM compatible Bitcoin layer 1 internal testnet is now live. So they're still in testnet, right? This thing has not launched. Usually, and this doesn't go the same for every coin, but usually the coin gets launched when they go from testnet to mainnet. They go to mainnet for a couple of days, everything seems good, then they'll launch the actual token for the product, whatever you want to call it. But it's not always that way. Sometimes they do it however they want to do it, because instead of thinking of every cryptocurrency like a currency, we call it cryptocurrency. So why wouldn't you think of it like the dollar bill? Well, think of them like startup companies, new startup companies, right? That's really what you're doing. You're investing in a new startup company the way somebody might invest in a new startup company that's a stock in the stock world, right? They've been doing that for ages. ZenChain, unlocking the full potential of Bitcoin's economy. So is what we would call Bitcoin DeFi, right? And it considers itself a EVM compatible Bitcoin layer 1, which is just such a weird thing that I actually kind of want to know more about what they're doing specifically, because you got to think this is the whole, and I know I'm going on a lot of side salads. I got a lot of crypto IQ to raise for you guys here. So think about this. There's $1 trillion plus of liquidity in the Bitcoin wallets in Bitcoin. If you add it all up, right? That's a lot of money. But a lot of it sits wherever it sits. Maybe some of it's staked. A lot of it's just sitting in wallets. It's not fluid. It's not liquid. It's not moving around an ecosystem. Fees are not being generated. Like, there's so much economy that could be going on for Bitcoin, and it's just not. Now, this is kind of the hard thing that so everybody sees that, right? What does every great product do? It solves a problem. So people see that and they're like, okay, well, let's solve this problem. Let's get that Bitcoin flowing. Let's get that liquidity out. We can make a bunch of money off of the fees of, transactions, all this different stuff, right? But I think one hurdle that a lot of them are having a ton of trouble with is when people bought Bitcoin, a lot of them, they wanted digital gold. and they didn't want to move it around. Like when you have gold in a vault, you don't run around to the pawn shop every time you need to like buy some groceries or a new car. You're not running to take, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 or even $500 worth of gold to the pawn shop so that you can like sell it to whatever. That's not really how people who are into gold work, right? It's a store of value. So I think a big problem that they're having with Bitcoin DeFi is just getting people in Bitcoin to actually interact. Now, there's always going to be people who want to, right? Like if you hold a lot of Bitcoin and you could stake that Bitcoin on chain without ever actually giving over your Bitcoin, remaining in custody but allowing liquidity, like a lot of chains do. Cardano is kind of the first people who were noted for that, as far as I know. They could maybe get some of this money moving around. But it's a lot of IOUs. It gets really technical. Now, the other thing to understand about Bitcoin DeFi is that you have the Taproot and Lightning upgrades, right? And I'm not a complete whiz on everything Bitcoin, but that made Bitcoin transactions and things faster, right? The Lightning Network. But most things are not true Bitcoin layer 1s, right? They're layer 2s, and most of the time they're built on Ethereum. So they're not even built on Bitcoin. As this says, the first fully decentralized EVM compatible, but it says Bitcoin layer 1. So let's dive in just a little bit more here, see if we can figure where they're coming from, because we've gone over projects like Hemi, Bitcoin Portal, and there's just been quite a few new projects in the Bitcoin DeFi stratosphere, some of them doing different things, but they all consider themselves Bitcoin DeFi. But like, for example, if you were going to be Ethereum DeFi, you would have to be built on Ethereum. A lot of them are not built on Bitcoin because Bitcoin doesn't really have smart contracts as far as I understand. Let's see, what am I missing here? If you were looking to buy, sorry for Art Knocker, I can't really give you an answer on that. Same bro, I write stuff down. Yep, write down helps imagine the mind. Blue ink better. Good point, good point. Thoughts on Zen Underground? Okay, we're here, definitely. He says you definitely are a whiz, man. Oh man, do much IQ. Well, I'm glad it's helping you out. El Cheeto says bullseye. Absolutely love you guys. Thank you for being here. Z-Chain combines Bitcoin Layer 1 security with Ethereum's compatibility programmability, paving the way for secure and decentralized cross-chain future. So bridge, stake, earn, build, but that's not what I want to know, right? Let's go to, and I know we're getting a little bit techie here, but sometimes that's what it's all about. Man, I don't want to go to the blog. Can they just give me easy answers here? So let's scroll the website just a little bit, see what we come up with. So we enable Bitcoin possibilities with EVM cross-chain solutions. Explore how Z-Chain unlocks various operation streams for your Bitcoin. I knew I was reading that wrong. So Bitcoin on EVM, run Ethereum compatible smart contracts with the security of Bitcoin system. And as I was talking a lot about that, I really need to dig a little bit deeper because I don't think that Bitcoin has smart contracts yet, but I've heard a bunch of different things and I don't know exactly what's true. Just paid the trader, says that one guy. I'm so back, LOL. Hey, that's awesome, man. I love to hear that. And I will be doing a lot more trading here soon. Right now, I'm just chilling. It takes a lot of focus to run all these the streams and be on point. So, yeah, I will get into some trading here shortly. Says, I got to bounce. Thank you so much, buddy, for not holding anything back. Wish you all the best. Yeah, absolutely, Farouk, and I hope that we see you again. I don't know if it's late where you are or something, but I hope that you come back to the streams. We do them 8 p.m. New York time, so you can calculate off of that. Monday through Friday, and then 10 p.m. New York time after Lifer stream on the weekends. And there we go. El Cheeto shouting out that one guy. Great name, by the way. So anyways, enable secure cross-chain transaction using advanced cryptographic technology, a future feature. It's fun to say. So they're not really giving me exactly what I want. Here we go. This is what I wanted to know. How it works, right? And it says through Bitcoin Light node, so the Lightning Network, I'm assuming, right? And combined POS consensus of Taproot, Z-Chain enables secure and trust minimize cross-chain interaction. Okay, let's go to read more, see if I can figure out a little bit more what the heck they're talking about, because that made sense to me, but it didn't make the ultimate sense to me. And then you come here to read more and there's not more to read, so that's fun. So let's see, you have become a validator, how to stake, bridge tokens, build on Z chain, like, but I want to know how it works, right? And I get that it's probably not the like sexiest thing to most retail, so they don't have it here, but there should really be like an about me type of thing, probably on GitHub, honestly. Man, we could go down a rabbit hole here. I'm not going to do it. They really should have made this information more easy. Usually there's like about, and you just click about, and they have like a little breakdown. And my goodness, let's change this to dark mode. And yeah, they're just not giving it to me. So anyways, we're just going to have to run off of what they originally said here, which is through Bitcoin Light Node, which I believe is the Lightning Network on Bitcoin. And a combined POS consensus of Taproot, right? Z-Chain enables secure and trust minimalized cross-chain interaction. Okay, but I still pretty much believe that there's no smart contracts on Bitcoin. I don't know. Let's do this. Sorry, sometimes I just gotta know. I gotta know some stuff. I like how Lifer is doing small accounts he's trading on. Yeah, I love that as well. This my old Battlefield 4 gamer tag from back in the day. That's hilarious. So let's go here. Can you explain to me simply and summarized what the Taproot update or yeah, hold on. What is Taproot? Is it an update? I'm just going to call it update. It'll figure it out. Can you explain to me simply what the Taproot update for Bitcoin actually does for Bitcoin? Gotta love some ChatGPT. Makes researching very easy. So what Taproot is a major upgrade to Bitcoin that went live November 2021. I thought so. This is not new. Bitcoin transactions could look different depending on how they were made. Signal signatures, multi-sig, smart contracts, etc. Okay, hold on. Bitcoin transactions could look different depending on how they were made. So there are smart contracts? I'm trying to do this quickly, so does Bitcoin have smart contracts? Question mark. So used to voice texting. Didn't need to say that. Didn't need to say the question mark. Short answer is yes. Bitcoin does have smart contracts, but they're much more limited than those on blockchains like Ethereum and Solana. Okay, that's what I thought. They had like a version of it. Yeah, called Bitcoin Script. It's not Turing complete. Meaning you can't build complex dApps on like DeFi, right? Platforms, NFTs with metadata and DAOs directly on Bitcoin. So you can't build any of this stuff. So when they say they're like a layer 1 on Bitcoin, how? You can't build complex dApps and stuff. So they're only operating through this Bitcoin script, right? So Bitcoin smart contracts are built using simple script language called Bitcoin Script. So they're down to the bare bones, like super simple, such as if both people sign, send a coin. If no sign for 6 months, refund to sender. If this hash is revealed, unlock funds. Just very simple stuff, but nothing, complex. That's exactly what I thought. So they're working with a very limited ability in order to build these. Mix is static. Mic is static? Why is mic static? Here. Hello. All right, is it any better? How about now? Is it better now? We will get this right. Man. Okay, did that fix it? So I have some ordinals and runes on Bitcoin. That's about 500 gram robot, half and half robot with dreadlocks still mess up boss. Yeah. No, it didn't. Alright, is it any better now? Sorry, guys. I have it on mine so I can hear. Garden Warrior coming in at a bad time. Huh, I don't know what else to do to this thing right now. Alright guys, well I'm going to try something and it could totally mess up. So if for some reason the stream gets ended, please come back. But I'm going to try something. Alright. Alright, now I just closed the whole program down and everything, so... yeah, I don't know. Yeah, thanks Mega Knight, I'm really sorry about this. I don't even know, I closed the whole OBS program down and everything. Okay, thank you. Is it any better now? Right, it's a conspiracy. No, it's not. Oh, this is super annoying. And I tried to do what Trade Intuition said. But it was already like, I didn't do a whole lot to the settings, so it's all pretty much the same stuff. Last time I fixed it. Yeah, I hear you, Trade Intuition. I just did that. Problem solving on the fly. I feel bad even talking into the mic. It sounds awful. What did I even touch? I doubt that solved it. It's definitely on the right microphone. So I will switch to a microphone. Now it's on a totally different microphone. So I mean, we have the ability, but this is not a dynamic, so it's gonna pick up everything going on. It's terrible. So I mean, we have the ability, but this is not a dynamic, so it's gonna pick up everything going on. It's terrible. Yeah, sorry, I gotta change it. It's got like that whistle noise. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Maybe that's how I solved it last time. Yeah, bear with us, everybody. This change anything? Oh wow, did it work better now? I changed the format from 2-channel from 24-bit to I think 12-bit. And now I changed it back though. Like I changed it back to what it was before. So if you go to format, so if you go to system, sound, and then properties, I have it on 2nd channel because I have a Focusrite. But the funny part is I changed it to 16-bit instead of 24, but still in the 2nd channel because I have a Focusrite, right? And then I instantly changed it right back and it was fine. So everybody let me know in the chat if that happens again, right? Where we were, I have no idea. Where were we? What's going on in the chat? So a lot of it's probably about the sound. Wow, nice. Yeah, and all I did was change a setting and then change it back to the same setting. Driver maybe, yeah, could be. El Cheeto, yeah, it's not the first time that we've had that issue. I'll make sure that my Focusrite is up to date. Very, very weird. All right, well, with no more delay, let's go ahead and jump into the crypto raising event here. And let's talk about chain abstraction. So we talked about wallet abstraction. He says, cool, now I have to go. Been here for a bit. Have to support other streamers. Glad you got the mics fixed. Hey, thanks very much, Trade Intuition. Have a good one. Shout out to those other people. Must have glitched it. Sounds good now. Hey, well, I'm sure if it starts sounding terrible, you'll let me know. So let's talk about chain abstraction, right? So in the crypto world, there are a ton of separate blockchains. Now, how many people even remember me talking about account abstraction? Because the word abstraction kind of means the same thing. So when you see abstraction from now on, think of distraction, right? The whole point of abstraction in these cases is to make it so you hide the complexity. It literally says it right here. I don't know why I'm trying to come up with everything. Chain abstraction is the effort to hide all the complexities from the end user. So the user doesn't feel how complex everything is. You want to make it simple, right? Could have just read the paragraph, but what's the fun in that? In the crypto world, there are tons of separate blockchains: Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, Cosmos, etc. Each of them has their own token, gas fee, wallet, and rules. Chain abstraction is the effort to hide all that complexity from the end user. Now, they're not being deceitful. They're trying to hide it to make it easier and more seamless for you to use. All right, we're updated on the chat. So it lets you interact with multiple blockchains from one wallet or app. Maybe think about MetaMask has some essences of that idea. Pay gas in any token you want. This is gold, in my opinion. How many times have I been on Ethereum and I didn't quite have the money in Ethereum, but to buy Ethereum and swap it, you're losing money all the way around just to pay a fee for it. It's really annoying. So if I could just pay with something else that I have in my wallet, that would be great. Use dApps that automatically pick the best network under the hood, right? Swap, bridge, or interact across chain without manually bridging. Essentially, it makes Web3 feel like Web2. Simple, smooth, and unified, which is pretty cool. And we'll have to look at that, what was it, Universal X project? We'll have to look at that. So that one guy says, I'm back, family. Hey, I'm glad you're back. I don't know if you even knew the mic was messed up, but we fixed it. Either way. Projects achieving chain abstraction usually combine smart routing, automatically sending your transactions to the optimal chain or rollup, cross-chain messaging, using protocols like LayerZero, Axelar, or Wormhole to pass data securely between chains, account abstraction, smart wallets that can automatic signature, right? Gas payments and multi-sig rules. So basically, if you go to a Web3 app and you click, connect wallet, and you go to your wallet, usually you have to then approve a signature in that wallet to connect. Account abstraction would just automatically do that for you. I can definitely see the plus there. I could also see why that might not be great, because I've gone to websites and my MetaMask automatically pops up, right? Because maybe I've been there before, or sometimes I haven't been there before. So you're telling me that it's just going to automatically sign and accept? That could be an issue. Maybe you have to actually set it as a preference, right? You have to go into the wallet and actually say, hey, I like this website, just sign automatically. Probably, because you wouldn't want it to just sign for every wallet. Anyways, I digress. Unified interface, apps or wallets like OKX, Web3 wallet, or Particle Network, which is what he was talking about, that shows one balance even if your token lives on multiple chains. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, mic fix, exactly. It doesn't take much to completely ruin you when you're streaming. It really doesn't. So examples of chain abstraction projects are LayerZero, Axelar, Particle Network. We'll be talking about a lot of these. D-Wallet Network, Saga, Cosmos, IBC, and Near Blockchain Operating System. So Near BOS, UI level chain abstraction layer. Why it matters. Chain abstraction is the key to mass adoption, right? Users won't need to understand bridges or gas tokens. That is super important. Developer efficiency, build once, deploy everywhere, and liquidity unification, no more fragmented ecosystems. And it makes Web3 feel like a single cohesive experience instead of dozens of disconnected islands. And yeah, continue on here. What it does makes everything seamless. Okay, think of it as you don't need to know what chain you're on. So you won't even need to know what chain you're on once things have a lot of this abstraction. And a lot of this is regurgitated again here. Right. And then, yeah, you have account abstraction, which is what we're talking about. So very much almost the same thing as what we talked about last time, but it just has a few different things that are different. So hopefully everybody understands why this is so important. I can tell you're super laid back like me. It takes a lot to piss me off. Yeah. It's just, you know, it doesn't, there's no point in getting mad about it. You just fix it and that's it. I like to call it solution orientated. You know, I don't get mad, I get solution orientated. That sounds super useful for retail and myself too. Yeah, I mean, even as somebody who's been in crypto and who knows how to do a lot of things, I would like to not have to worry about it. I'd love to pay my gas fee on Ethereum in something else because I don't use Ethereum a lot, right? So when that one rare moment where I decide there's a coin that's worth dealing with Ethereum's ecosystem and fees nonetheless, I could pay using some BNB or something like that, right? And not have to mess with trying to get Ethereum in my wallet. That'd be a big deal to me. Anyways, we pretty much covered it. It's interoperability. It's hiding the complexity of everything from the person using it, right? And it just makes it easier. I do really think that takes away, you know, you combine like account or wallet, which abstraction, which are almost the same thing, with intent level. So like you tell a ChatGPT blockchain version like a Noma or something what you want to do, and then it's just built in, an abstraction is already there in the wallet, making it really easy for it to do things. You combine those two, you have a winner. I think at that point you have mass adoption, right? Easy, you know, plug and play applications on your phone that pretty much can do anything you want it to do. And of course, then you bring a lot of complexity. So what are the cons to this? Well, you bring a lot of complexity in, and when something gets broken, you might not exactly know how to fix it very easily. Transactions can be done in seconds with chain abstraction, never bridge again. Yeah, and if you've ever had to bridge assets, it's very stressful if you've never done it, and it can take some time, and so you don't know if you did something wrong. You don't know if your money's going to show up. You don't know if you used a scam project, you know? You know, if you just sent it to somebody's wallet and they just kept it because it's a scam bridge. There are those out there for sure. That's why I love to see a lot of these financial products that have bridges in them, and bridges built right into MetaMask and stuff now. It's a different world. It says, man, you know so much underground. You're the underground, crypto is king. Hey, I appreciate you saying that. It's a pain, not even worth it. Yeah, sometimes it feels that way. And I mean, just moving things around in wallets and stuff can feel that way. I mean, you can get some anxiety. I feel like I get anxiety every time I open my ledger. And I am not an anxious person. Like, I don't get anxiety, but when you're moving around a significant, what is to you a significant amount of money, it's a big deal. What is Chain GBT? I mean, you could infer what this is, right? ChainGPT is an advanced model that assists individuals and businesses. The top-rated AI infrastructure in the realm of Web3 delivers a diverse array of specialized AI solutions tailored explicitly for blockchain, crypto, and Web3 applications. Unleash Web3 superpower within ChainGPT AI. Blues Guy says, yeah, lost many dollars. Yeah, I think that is something we all have. That one guy says, oh my goodness, it is Friday tomorrow. It's not exactly what he said. It's Caribbean in the house. Okay, we got a new name. Got a new name in here. Was it Shaquille Simpson? Can we just call you Simpson? I like that. I did not say your name right. I do apologize. For some reason on my phone, all the names are like wavy. Like they're not even straight. I don't know what that's about. YouTube's been rolling out all kinds of weird updates. Like, for example, when I used to end a stream, it would automatically tell me how many watch hours I got during that stream, which is super useful because I need watch hours to monetize. We're already over 1,000 subs, so that's checked off the list. The last thing is 4,000 watch hours. And now they decided to take that away. It shows me everything else. They just took away that. Didn't ask nobody, didn't tell nobody. I mean, it's their app. They can do whatever they want. But anyways, welcome in, welcome in. I don't know what's going on with YouTube sometimes. So we were talking about Chain GBT. Did they have a token? They did. It has $47.5 million in its market cap. And let's go check out their website. Not gonna lie, I'd almost rather look at it over here on CoinGecko. Told you about this one hand typing. Isn't that what it is? Yeah, Chain GPT. Okay, let me just type in chain. Am I messing this up here? What is going on? All right, let's reload CoinGecko because it's broken too. It's been a fun day of streaming, but regardless, I'm amped up. I'm having a great time. I love this stuff. I hope you guys enjoy this stuff too. I mean, you must, because you come back day after day. Yeah, nothing is loading. Is my internet gone? Yeah, we're having an internet issue here. What can I do to help this? Maybe close a couple applications that we don't need. Says we are here raising our IQs through the roof. Hey, that's what I want to hear. Yeah, all new UI. Okay, well, at least the mic and stuff is working well. Looked like I was lagging there for a minute. I don't know why this is not working. I guess I'll just look at it over here. It's annoying. So anyways, 47.5 million in the market cap of this Chain GBT. What I was going to say is that I did notice that Chain GBT was referenced in a project. What project was that? So many projects, trying to keep them all straight is kind of crazy. Was it? No, it's not Lab. It's one that we've looked at a lot lately. What is it? Oh, I know what it is. It's WBAI, which I don't see here at the moment. Is this faded out of relevance? Is that over? RIP. What is it? WBAI, yeah. Exactly. This is just me going off of memory here. If we go to the website for this thing, pretty sure it referenced Chain GBT. Incubated by Chain GBT Labs. I'm assuming that's the same thing. Anyways, I don't know why I had to go find that. That was for me. Please smash the like button to support the channel. Absolutely. Subscribe if you're new here. There is a link to the Discord in the description that hopefully works. Farouk never told me if it worked or not. Somebody could let me know. That would be great. I accidentally logged myself out of YouTube and I haven't fixed it yet. Hello everyone. How's it going? What's up? Adilio? I'm terrible at reading names sometimes, so my bad if that was not right. Anyways, what's up? Welcome into the channel, the Crypto Underground Deep Dive Show. We're talking about everything trending in chain abstraction, account abstraction, wallet abstraction. What does it mean? And what is your crypto IQ? How many things do you have in your portfolio that you don't even know what they do? Yeah, it says yes, he joined. Okay, so it's working. So yeah, for anybody coming in, definitely join the Discord. A lot going on in there. We are a new channel. Which chain is WBAI in? Let's pull that up. BNB chain. I don't see any other contract addresses. So Binance Smart Chain. It'll say BNB, but they mean BSC. Binance Smart Chain. Is CryptoKeep? Oh. It's CryptoKeep. I don't know why it came up audio. Oh, what's up, CryptoKeep? Yeah, so they decided to change everybody's usernames without anybody knowing. Yeah, Blues Guy. I don't know what you're confused about, but Crypto Keep comes here all the time. He has a different name in the Discord. He's one of our regulars. Love that he hopped in. Don't know why YouTube decided to change everybody's names today. I don't get it. YouTube has kind of been getting on my nerves a little. I mean, I love YouTube. Please don't ban me. You know, when I first started this channel, I think I made one video and they banned my YouTube channel. And I don't actually, you know what? I don't even think I made a video yet. I had just made the channel, and it must have been because it had crypto in it or something like that. I had to like go back and forth with them to get the channel back. Man, and now it's so funny. Time passes. I don't even remember if I had any videos up. I think I must have, because I was a little bit annoyed about it and upset about it for a few days because I didn't know how to dispute it or get my channel back, you know? I must have had videos up, because if I didn't have videos up, I would not have cared. Anyways, this is White Bridge. It's gone up a little bit. I mean, it was at 5 million in market cap. Look at this rounded bottom. And everything's starting to move. Man, I need to get into this. I haven't got into this yet, and I feel like I need to get into it. And it's just a random coin connected to some Binance stuff. Who knows if this thing is going to do anything. But I feel like I might want to take a little bit of a risk on there. Yeah, weird that all the names been twisted. Exactly. He says, how's Gibraltar? See, Blues Guy, you know Crypto Keep. You know Crypto Keep. Anyways, what we were really talking about was Chain GBT. We've been to this website before. I know we have, I have, your gateway to Web3 AI. So think ChatGPT, but on blockchain. Let's launch the decentralized application here. And this might be something worth knowing about. Still has a very small market cap. I mean, everybody talks about AI agents, right? Wouldn't this be an AI agent? You would think that it would. If it would only come up over here. I don't know. I don't know what is going on with CoinGecko right now. It's really getting on my nerve. But this is a part of the show where I switch to sitting down. Don't worry, I will change the camera in just a second. All right. How to fix the microphone. Hopefully it doesn't mess everything up. Let me know if it gets staticky. I did have to move the microphone. Go into OBS, change our screen, update the window capture so it's got us on the right thing. Bang, 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 and we are in business, and I can sit down, which is really nice after 2 hours. You can imagine when we did like those 4-hour streams and I was standing the whole time. I literally think that was a leg day at the gym too. That was brutal. And I need to go to the chiropractor. So I can tell that my hip is out of place. Just slightly, but after a few days it starts irritating my back. I know y'all aren't here for that, but that's just what's going on. Unleash the power of blockchain AI. I mean, like I said, this thing is basically ChatGPT. So they have a pad, which means they're a launcher. Again, I really want to bring this up. In CoinGecko. What is going on with CoinGecko? It's just CoinGecko. Like, this is not. Yeah, it's just CoinGecko. That's where I wanted to bring up like chain abstraction and stuff like that too. Because the categories on crypto rank honestly are not that good. But we talked about chain abstraction. I really want to talk about Universal X. The show will go on. The show will continue for sure. Said I'll be in Morocco next week. Nice. Yeah, and Blues Guy says weather's getting cold. I don't really know anything about that. Cold to me is like 67 degrees, something like that. Fun fact, I've never seen snow in my life. Even though I went to Maine every summer for like 3 months, I always left because school starts in like October here or something like that. Yeah, it starts in October in Florida, so I always had to come back for school as a kid, even though we went to Maine every year, and so I never saw the snow. That's a cool camera setup with the angle switch. Yeah, just stretch. Chiro can do more harm than good. It's interesting, El Cheeto. I've been going to the chiropractor a long time, and they keep me in shape. I do stretch, like, a lot. I did Chinese Kung Fu for a long time, and I did mixed martial arts for, like, 7 years before that. So when it comes to stretching, I usually overstretch constantly. So yeah, for whatever reason, that's not going to fix me up. It says, oh wow, beautiful. I've never been to that side of Canada. Yeah, it says 40 degrees in the winter. Absolutely no thank you. It's getting cold in the Midwest. Hate to say it already. Yeah, everybody can, they can keep that cold weather to themselves, and I will stay in Florida. It's like the memes where it's like I watch the snow from my house in Florida on Facebook. I love this. That's like the best error 404 like message I've ever seen, right? It's like everything is fine. He's got like coffee, or it must be tea, and there's a fire behind him and fire in his eyes, and his eyes like twitching. Hilarious. And we are rolling into our second hour here. We've had mic trouble. I mean, that's about it, other than now CoinGecko doesn't want to work for us. We've had some mic issues. I mean, other than that, it's been a pretty solid stream. I'm not withering away tonight. I feel like I have some pretty good energy. I wasn't really done going over stuff, but I don't know what else to say about this. What do they got? Solutions here, or our ecosystem, really. You got Web3 AI chatbots. Got to be very much like ChatGPT. AI NFT generators. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I really want to do something for the channel and launch some kind of project, but I got to figure out what it is. Like I said, I want to make a token for the community and the channel, but it's got to have some kind of purpose. And I see this AI NFT generator. I wonder if maybe we could generate like an NFT project or something like that. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to get into. It'll come over time, but I almost need some help with it, honestly. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I guess CoinGecko is not going to fix itself. Hey, there it goes as soon as I said that. All right, so what was I even trying to bring up? Chain GBT. Come on. So there's a chain GPU, so that's similar, not the same thing, but almost the exact same ticker. This thing looks like it's been around a while, right? So April 9th, 2023. I mean, their website looked pretty complex. Their website looked like they had a lot of stuff going on. So yeah. It says, man, Kung Fu, what level? So in traditional Kung Fu, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but in traditional Kung Fu and stuff, there's no such thing as levels. All the belts are pretty much an invention, mostly in America, but probably in other countries. All that stuff is an invention by commercialized martial art places. You would start with a white belt in any martial art traditionally, and that white belt you would wear literally to hold your clothes together. And if you practiced a lot, it would turn gray or even black. Hence the name black belt, right? And so black belt comes from somebody who trained so much that their white belt, it's basically a belt, right, that holds your clothes together in a Japanese or Chinese traditional, clothing. And if you trained all the time, it would get dirty and it would even turn black, and you would be considered a black belt because you had trained so much, right? That is what they say now. I don't know. Do they really walk around with black, dirty belts on? I have no idea. Says my style Lou, LOL. Yeah, I did Chinese Hungar, village style. And I didn't go to a traditional school. It was a private club. It was invitation only. So it wasn't like a paid thing. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you were just there. Like the instructors were, well, instructors, the people who had been there a long time and stuff. It was a very small group, and they weren't there for money. They were really hardcore. Kung Fu is something else compared to other martial arts. Different physical and spiritual level. Exactly. It really is. And there's no martial arts, in my opinion. Now, Kung Fu is a wide range, right? Kung Fu is incorporating a lot of different types of Chinese martial arts. Japanese is like karate. You know what I mean? Stuff like there's other types of martial arts, but I don't believe that Kung Fu is in Japan and stuff like that. I think it's just China. And China is huge, and there's all kinds of different things, you know. Up in the hills, they had a lot of room to fight, and so you see a lot of big, like large motions in their Kung Fu. And then like up in the mountains and in the plains and stuff like that. And then like, you know, there's Cantonese Hungar, which is the most known, and then there's like a village styles of Hungar that are less known, but they were usually fighting on ships. You know, they were fighting on ships and defending ships from, you know, people trying to take their ships and stuff. And so they were fighting in very small, you know, close quarters. So it's a very tight Kung Fu. I don't know. That's for somebody who wanted to know. Everybody loves Kung Fu, but how many people would really sit in horse stance, right? Anybody ever actually done a traditional horse stance? My God. That'll make you want to quit. Martial art belts are originated in Japan from judo and deviated from there. Yeah. But originally they didn't have all those colors and stuff like that, right? I do understand the judo connection for sure, Mr. J. That makes a lot of sense. But they were just belts, right? They didn't have a significance necessarily. Yeah, exactly. Blue Sky gets it. Anyways, we finally got CoinGecko to start working. I did me some wrestling in high school, yeah. And I don't knock any martial arts. The thing is that the Chinese have about 1,000 years of development of martial arts over any other country in the world. So that's just how it goes. Now, there might be some, you know, close neighbors that are very similar. But, like, if you compare, like, judo with Kung Fu, I mean, probably more than 1,000 years of, you know, evolution there. And they were at war all the time. If people don't know, like the Chinese were at war amongst other Chinese people, you know. They were broken up into a lot of different provinces and tribes. I don't think they called themselves tribes, but you get what I'm saying. They were very broken up. They weren't a unified China necessarily, and they fought war pretty much 24/7. The old Greco-Roman style. Me too, yeah. Yeah, and I've done a lot of that. I did a lot of mixed martial arts prior to doing Kung Fu. So I really could appreciate the Kung Fu when I was there because, man, it is it's not the same thing at all. The only last thing I'll say about martial arts here at this moment is that a lot of the schools and things that you go to with a lot of other martial arts, karate, taekwondo, all those different things, a lot of them, they were so secretive about what a lot of the moves were actually used for. Same with Kung Fu as well. That a lot of them have no idea what the deeper meaning behind a lot of what they're doing is, and that's why you can learn it, but you don't really fight with it very well because you don't really understand how to apply it. So yeah, that's the last thing I'll say about that. And we'll get back to Chain GPT as we are rolling into the second hour here. 47.7 million in market cap. BNB Smart Chain, also Ethereum and Solana Chain. It just feels more proper when I do the breakdown here. See, this is what I really wanted. This is why I really wanted to come over to CoinGecko, is the categories, right? So you got all kinds of stuff going on here. Smart contracts, DeFi, analytics, NFT, Launchpad, Telegram app, Discord bots, ChainGPT Launchpad, pools, right? Finance Launchpad, AI agents, right? So there's AI agents. That just makes a lot of sense. AI applications, Binance Alpha Spotlight, AI framework. Man, do they have any competitors? Let's pick a category that would be very like specific, right? The ChainGPT Launchpad, of course, they're going to be they got to, let me click that. They got to be the only person in that category, right? No, they're not. ChainGPT Launchpad, I mean, AI Solidius is not a ChainGPT Launchpad. I mean, these are just other launchpads, right? Like, yeah, this is weird because this is such a specific category that they must be going by just launchpads, right? And not going by every thing ChainGPT, because I don't think, unless they're saying, hold up, maybe these projects are a part of the ecosystem. That could be. Do we see things here that we know or not? No, everything here is rather new looking. Solidius AI Tech is probably the only thing that I recognize at all. So wrestling is often cited as one of the oldest sports in human history. Right. But what kind of wrestling? I mean, that's two guys rolling around on the ground. But from what country, right? What heritage, that one guy? Because you could say, like, two people got mad at each other. You ever seen two kids get in a fight? I mean, that's wrestling. So I'm sure it's existed for all of time. But what culture considers wrestling like their native martial art or something like that? All greased up. That's it. Tai Chi. Yep. Crypto Keep. I've done a lot of Tai Chi. Tai Chi, yes, I love it. I do Qigong every day. Crypto Maniac in the house. What's up, brother? Says, sorry I'm late. I was working way too late. It happens. It definitely happens. Yeah, I love Tai Chi. I started martial arts with Tai Chi and transitioned to Muay Thai. And I mean, Tai Chi is a martial arts. They started like opposite extremes. It's funny because Tai Chi is like the exact opposite of Hungar. Hungar starts very hard and then gets softer when you get into the advanced techniques and the advanced, of it. And Tai Chi's the opposite. Starts off very soft, and then when you get into the advancedness of Tai Chi, it actually begins to really turn into an actual martial art. Anyways, I could talk about all that stuff forever, but this is a crypto channel, I thought. I'm just messing with you guys. You guys are good. Talk about whatever you want. Run them chats up. So, Solidius AI Tech, right? 41 point whatever million. I don't even really care about that. I just want to see what ecosystems this thing is in. So ChainGPT Launchpad, also AI agents, BNB Smart Chain Base and Solana. And ChainGPT, kind of shot myself in the foot there. I should have duplicated this. Okay, here we are. Is built on BNB, Ethereum, and Sol, and this is built on BNB, Base, and Solana. So I believe this to be its own project, of course. But it makes a lot of sense that they would integrate and work with a ChatGPT, ChainGPT version, right? Our ecosystem. Take me there. There's a lot to unpack. This would actually make a very good video and also deep dive. We could do a deep dive on just this. There's so much in here. So with that being said, I'm actually going to hold off going crazy on this because I feel like that is great. We could get into their ecosystem. We could get into all the different things that they have going on. I probably warned a lot of people out here already with everything we've already gone over. Yeah, Mr. J says he transitioned to Muay Thai. I've done a little bit of Muay Thai, for sure. And Capoeira and a lot of other things, ninjutsu. one school that I went to for a long time, they would constantly bring people in. He had a very large network of other martial artists that he knew, and he'd constantly bring people in from other places to teach seminars, but they would be like month-long seminars, not like a day. Not a day-long seminar. And so what does anybody want to talk about? How's everybody feel about the market? Let me pull this up real quick. I killed TradingView earlier. Bang, bang, bang. What is going on? So it looks like you did bounce. So funny, I have this line drawn from who knows when I drew this line. Support and resistance line. You can see a lot of there it was resistance, there it was resistance, broke through it, went right through it there, right? Bang, back through it, played around there, and then it bounced off there. So, and that is 109,360. And again, this is not a TA channel. I just do this for the heck of it, because this is not me trying to do TA and show you my TA skills at all. This is mostly me just looking at Bitcoin, because I haven't got to look at it in about 4 hours, other than for 2 seconds earlier when I started the stream. So please never think I have any idea what I'm doing. Although I have trained under the lifer for years, I still am a noob. Definitely still a noob. And I don't give anybody financial advice. And while we're here, we might as well get some other things. Did Enoma ever do anything? Recently went up to 4 cents, and it's done this like several times. I don't like the... Yeah, let's go to Heikinashi. See, that level was there. Who knows what Enoma's doing at this point? What I like, the only thing I really like about Enoma is we've been above the 200 on the 15 since there, pretty much, unless you count like this little stuff there, but I don't count that. Yeah, so I like the fact that it's above the 15. But who knows how long that'll last for, right? But if we can get a pump, maybe Enoma could come back to life. I didn't buy a lot of it. I bought a little bit of it. How about XRT? Looking just absolutely ugly. I haven't really seen any XRPL tokens do good at all. It just finally, it's such a new coin that it just now finally got a 200 moving average. Mine's red and thick. Unlike Lifers, I think he uses gold, right? I use the red, since I don't use red in any of my candle bodies. And okay, good. It's not on Heikinashi everywhere. So yeah, if you know what XRT is, who knows if that thing will ever do anything. Dogecoin. Chilling at 19, under its 200. Is it above the 15 200? It is. Dang it! Why is it doing this to me? XRPH, another project on the XRPL ledger that I took a shot with. See it there. There, all right here. And so, yeah, how excited are we for this Bitcoin pump? That one guy was talking about the smooth moving average, which is this blue line for me, that we totally got rejected by here. Broke through it for a second there. Anyways, just have a little fun. I really just wanted to look at what Bitcoin was doing. same thing there though, like, right? I hope so. I certainly hope so. Because that was the high, right, at 126. I think people don't realize how close 126 is to, like, you know, 135 and 140, the numbers that we've been talking about quite a bit, right? At least if you're a lifer, we've been talking about them quite a bit. It's like Christmas. I don't know about that yet. I hope so, Fartnogger, but or Camsta. He's a Camsta. Oh, Crypto Keep 23, your name changed. Camsta, yeah, which project is that? Question mark. Oh snap. Oh snap, it's a conspiracy. All right, let's get back to where we were. Back to the internet. It was a good little segue there. And yeah, remember OR? I haven't got a chance to get into this yet. Dude, I could sit in front of my computer all day, every day, and just dive crypto. I can't wait to get monetized. Appreciate everybody showing up. You guys help the channel every day to get monetized. So he says, I hope Jito is doing something. Go Jito. Yeah. So funny. Orhan literally privately messaged me that you were killing it. So I got agents everywhere keeping an eye on everybody. He said you were killing it with that Jito and that you've been making some really good calls. So shout out to Fartknocker for choosing to be a part of this community and in our Discord. He's bringing real value in there. And Orhan definitely thought you were bringing real value enough to say something about it. So that's awesome. So where are we at? Let's look at MemeX for a second, mostly just because I want to see if anything happened. Most likely nothing happened. Wow, actually, look at that. Look at that. Got 923 impressions. 925 now. Okay. Am I blowing up on MemeX, guys? Am I going to be famous on MemeX? Will they come to the live stream, all of these meme people? I don't know. Do meme people really want to raise their crypto IQs? I don't know. I feel like a lot of heavy meme people kind of want to stay ignorance is bliss, right? Gotta like your own post, right? See, it's weird that one got so many impressions, right? Because a lot of these didn't. Most of them average between like 500 and 700, something like that. See, did my first ever post ever actually get up over... Nope, 987. So am I going to beat my first ever post? And why is it blowing up? 926. I think I need to start posting over on Zora. Fartknocker, how's it going with Zora? Did you keep up with that? The Zora Explorer, Less Explorer? You keep up with that at all? Get any traction on that? Like, you're gonna, if you did, you would definitely have to post there, like at least once a day, right? And what am I missing here? Not yet, I wish. He says I will make some monies, but we gotta get to green on the fear and greed. Yeah, that would help a lot. Could have bought lower. I need to chill when impulse buy hit. Yeah, it's a hard thing not to do. A lot of times my strategy to like chill on the, FOMO is to buy like a tiny little bit, right? And that could be whatever, depending on how much money you got to throw around. But if you got $100, like get you $20 of it, is what I would intend to do, just so I have it. So if it goes, absolutely bananas and I don't get in, I can buy. And then if it goes a little lower, I'll kind of buy in increments of $20 until my $100 is in there, and then I'm good. I kind of did that with Anoma. Except I just bought $50 twice. It would have been smart if I had done it the way I just said. So take my advice as I do my best to take my own advice. But I've definitely done it that way as well. Fartnogger says, gonna start watching the lifer. Hey, well, we will love to see you there in the morning. The IP meme right topic would be perfect for them. Hey, there you go. That one guy, he is right. And I didn't forget about that. I almost did that today, but I got to do a little bit of my own research on that before I try to do a whole stream on it. Just got to make sure there's enough content to actually talk about it for a little while. I start with the SNR, then the 21 and 200 MA, and reading the CoinGlass heat map. Yeah, I like Bookmap. I don't know which one's better. I've heard of the CoinGlass heat map. It's been around way longer as far as I understand. But I've only ever looked at it on somebody else's channel. I've never actually had it. How much does it cost to get that? That's what I want to know. Is that free? Is whatever helps so far. I don't use much indicators. That one guy, it's good. If you can do your trading without using a lot of indicators, oh man, it helps a lot. It makes a lot of things more simple, right? I got to remember to look at the camera sometimes, because I don't look at the camera. And just a quick poll here. What camera do you think has a better quality? The one we're on now or the one we were on for the first 2 hours? Which one's better quality? Let me know what you think. Or are they about the same? I have a long way to go. Yeah, exactly. It's free. Oh, it's free. Cool. I'm going to get Bookmap soon. It's free. Okay. Yeah, Bookmap, I pay like $20 a month for it. It doesn't hurt my pocket, and it saved me a bunch of times from going long or short. So, definitely shout out to that. Not sure how I see my followers for Zora. Yeah, I have no idea. No idea. I guess you more pay attention to, is anybody buying your posts? And have you been consistently posting over there? Definitely drop your, if you have been consistent posting over there, I guess there's a prerequisite there or whatever, then drop your link again, because I lost the link. Best time to get started is now. Exactly. I think the first one was a little better. Okay. I like that. I've been posting on Zora. No one bought yet. Okay. Good job, El Cheeto. I think I don't know. Actually, I never did make a post over there. I got to figure it out. I got to come up with a good idea. 3 following, have not been posting. Okay. Well, yeah. See if you could post. I think you need to have like a good, like, trendy name, El Cheeto. Maybe you could post your link over there. We could all follow each other. Kind of like what I was trying to do with MemeX, but nobody would do it except for Blue Sky and, like, I think Mr. J. I've been getting some random followers. Hey, that's awesome. What was your idea, El Cheeto, for posting on Zora? Like, are you doing memes? You have like a clever name like Zora the Explorer, something like that going on. But definitely drop those links. Maybe we'll start a Zora tab in the Discord so that everybody can drop their Zora. I'll make it like a social media tag kind of thing. I don't really get it, but each post has a market cap plus the profile. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the profile does have its own market cap. That's good to know. Not just nature photos, LOL. Dude, anything seems to do well. I see people posting just like absolutely garbage, like ChatGPT generated pictures and stuff, and they're not even good, but whatever. Hey, look, it's notification of me liking my own post. See, let me refresh. Cool. For whatever reason, my post is starting to move. I almost wish MemeX had that function like Zora. So it is that time of the stream. Anybody watching NBA or football tonight? I was supposed to watch the Steelers game for like 2 hours before I got on, but does anybody know what Nufu is? I have Nufu. I don't pay that much money for it. I think it's like less than $20 a month or something like that, but you got to buy it all at one time, right? But you have the replays where they take all the commercials and everything out of it, and it's just straight play for play for play, and it's great. So I can watch a 4-hour game in less than an hour. So that's how I be keeping up with the NFL. Said he did send us link in Discord. Did he just do it, or are you talking about from earlier? That T went way down. The wrong tube. Sorry to be like coughing in the mic. Yeah, and we didn't do it yesterday. Oh, I thought I could claim $1 again. I claimed it this morning. That kind of sucks. All right, well, we only got $1. And let's go to recent. And go to Le Cowboy. And yeah, Blues guy, I know he did before. Did he send it again? I guess I could just look, because that would be what smart people would do. Farok just showed up. Yep. All right, it's taking a minute to update here. Okay, I see El Cheetos. But if Fartknocker could drop his as well. I'm going to start a spot. I should just do it right now, right? So I could totally see this channel, social media for members, getting absolutely out of hand when we have a lot of members. But for right now, it's chill. Maybe I'll make it exclusive at some point. So if everybody could drop their social media, and it could be anything. It'd be cool if we could keep it like, well, I don't really care what it is, right? Drop your social media that you feel like dropping. It could be Twitter, X, you know, it could be MemeX, it could be Zora. It's really more supposed to be for, and I just made it, so if anybody wants to go do that, one, for us to follow each other, for sure, but definitely for like Zora and different things like that, so that we can kind of blow each other's stuff up over there and help each other do well. Warriors versus the Nuggets, who you got? I don't even watch basketball. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Like, I know about basketball, but like I don't ever watch it. It's like baseball to me. It's just kind of not the most exciting thing. Although it's much more exciting than baseball. Baseball is hard to watch, man. And I know some people love it. I used to work at a baseball stadium, so trust me, I get it. Allows members to change the channel. I'm going through the permissions. Every time you create a channel, like, you have to redo all the permissions and stuff. It's really annoying. So let me just do this real quick, or I'll forget about it forever and somebody will just delete all of you. Links. Yeah, Fartknocker is dropping contract addresses in here. Sorry, I'm just doing all the permissions. I need like 10 more seconds. I'll have it done. Allow members to create polls. Yeah. Alright, save changes. Alright, so that channel is officially made. And mostly El Cheeto and Fartknocker, go post your Zora over in the new channel. That way it'll be there and it won't get like so buried in like all of the messages, right? And let's spin our dollar. It's like, okay, hold on, wait. I'm just skipping everything going right there. At Camsta. Is that your wallet? It's hilarious. No idea. Tried to share my Zora. Can't figure out how to make a post. I mean, you could literally just screenshot it or something like that and then just post it over in the new tab. And that goes for everybody. Everybody drop your everything over there. Mr. J, drop your MemeX. Like, everybody drop everything over there so we can kind of follow each other. I can't figure out how to make new posts. This thing is idiot proof, apparently. It's hilarious. It's like Instagram. There's a plus sign. And go to your profile and hit the 3 dots and hit the share URL part. All right, he's got you. He's got you there. So what's the move, right? We spin 10 at a time, and we roll 5 cents. Should have the routing right on the audio. You should be able to hear it, but it might be way too low. Well, at least the audio still works. That's good to know. Can we hit that feature? We did hit the feature. Did we hit the feature twice yesterday? I feel like we did hit the feature twice yesterday. Oh, that was 10 spins already. There we go. I don't even know what we are supposed to get. You know what? I think this plays exactly like the pirate game that we were playing. So I noticed when you hit something, it gets rid of all the other ones, right? It'll drop the other 10s off the board. We're dropping our money fast. And how many do you have to get a combo? So it was 5. So you have to get at least 5? Man, they are cooking us something fast. Sheesh. Oh, well, at least with 5-cent spins, like $1 lasts a little while. Mr. J says, Zora looking interesting. Let me sign up and do the idiot test. Okay. All right. And then drop it in the thing so we can blow each other up for sure. And I will, I'm going to start posting over there. And we're out of money. That didn't take long. We didn't hit 2 features like we did yesterday. That was fun. Hey, tomorrow's Friday again. Yeah, I'm certainly not going to twist anybody's arm, but if anybody wants to get in on some fun, we could definitely do that. Have our Friday night hangout there. Yeah, and what else are we doing? Rolling into... I've been kind of in the streams at the 2.5 hour mark, but I got some energy tonight. I don't mind hanging out and chatting for a little bit here. If anybody wants to talk about, this is the community part of the show, right? Where I've done my part and delivered on the crypto IQ raisingness of the stream. And yeah. So that one guy's, oh wait, no, that was Fartknocker said, all right, boys, bedtime, good night. Have a great time, man. Have a good night, get some rest, and we will see you tomorrow, hopefully on the Lifer stream. And that is 10:15 a.m. New York time. Apply that to where you live. How can I share my MemeX profile to you guys? Let's go. Here, we'll do this live together. Because I don't even know. I don't even remember how I did it. So usually what I would do, right, is go to profile. Make sure you're on your profile, right? And then if you're on a computer, you just highlight what's in here. It says app.meme XYZ, and then it'll say underground crypt, and then and then just copy that, rather clicking copy or control C, and then paste that, and it should do it. How do I have 20 plus notifications? Oh, Blues Guy is in here just reposted. What's up, man? Good job. That's awesome. Mr. J, like and post. Man, just blew me up. That's what I'm saying. We need to do that for each other. I'll be glad to go blow you guys up as well. Solid. So where was I? I was in notifications. That one guy. Yep, he's taking a medical break. So let me go to Blue Sky. Let's go. No, it didn't take me to you though. Oh, dang it. Okay. There we go. He's got a rainbow. I'm already following you. Reposting my stuff. That's awesome. And as soon as you make some posts, you know, another thing, here's another thing that we could do. This is a really good idea, guys. Another thing we could do with the tab in the Discord is when you make a post, you know, say that you made a post or send the post, right? Like, I don't know how it works on every different thing, but let's see. I'll go back to my profile and then click on my post. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Click on like my post here. And then I should be able to share that. 3 little dots. Copy link. And then I should be able to share that in the Discord. Bang. And then we can kind of boost everybody's stuff because, again, there is a campaign going on. Who knows if we can reach this type of status, but let's see. I don't even think they tell you, though, what you need. So let's go down to like the 500th person, right? Person in the last place of the campaign. And then it takes me over to their Twitter, though. This is the part about MemeX that I don't know that I really understand. So the campaign, oh, you know what? I think I might get this. I think you need to repost about MemeX on Twitter for the campaign. Is that accurate? So low-key trying to figure this out. Because the campaign looks different than the leaderboard. And the campaign's what I care about, right? Because with these with the leaderboard, there's kind of like these percentages, right? And if you go to your profile, and you go to chart and scroll down, you'll see a percentage, right? I'm at 3.84%. I'm in the matrix category there. Says, what do you guys think about CZ versus Peter's debate coming up? That'll be really interesting. Can you link your X to MemeX? Yeah, exactly. You absolutely can. Or are they one in the same? You know, you link your account to, first you make an account and then you link your X to it, which is where I'm getting a little bit lost because, like, you know, we went to campaign. I went to the, 500th person at the bottom of the campaign and clicked on it. And when you click on any of these, right, they take you to X. They don't take me to their account in MemeX. So that's a little bit confusing. I could probably actually read this. I don't know if I ever read this. Thank you for your love and support of MemeX. Every step you took to avoid regret, every mark of your effort meant the world to us. They wrote it so small, that's why I never read it. Your dedication moved us more than ever, blah, blah, blah. Season 1 has come to an end, but there will be more chances ahead. No need to rush. Thank you for your support of MemeX. Love you all. Okay, it didn't tell us nothing. And, so is this season... Okay, so this is season 1. Season 1 is over. Okay. Dang. I thought they had this campaign going on. So, and this campaign, it was updated. It must have ended soon, right? Or recently. Sorry, not soon, but recently. And then there's a season 2. So who knows? Maybe we could do better with the season 2. We could get in here and figure out what's going on and how we actually do stuff, and then maybe we could figure it out. And then the leaderboard switches between the top and then the what's trending in the last 24 hours. Very interesting. I don't know. I don't get it, honestly, but whatever. Let's see what notifications we got here on Twitter. Rudy Cole. Maybe that's somebody here. I don't know. Coop, come join us. Oh, that's Bankroll. I know who that is. Shout out to you. Thanks for doing that. I appreciate that. And back to Darkstar. So let's see. So that one guy said that was my first leverage trade ever. I didn't know that I was sitting on a gold mine. Oh, Miss Williams is coming in here. What's up, Miss Williams? So you know they changed everybody's usernames, but at least yours is still pretty similar, so I can figure it out. Why they did that, I have no idea. But welcome in, welcome in. We were somewhat winding down. Went over Chain Abstraction tonight. Very interesting crypto IQ raising event that we had. And we went over a lot of things, honestly. Even when we were in the, the what's trending first hour part of the show, we went over a lot of stuff. There was a lot of crypto IQ raising stuff there. So if you guys haven't figured out, that's kind of my brand for the channel. And I like it. I think it's a good one. We're going to run with it until I come up with something else. But welcome in, welcome in. We're so glad to have you here. Dang, when you play like this, like I don't even know what it is. It's not the arcade, it's the other part. You level up all your stuff so fast to the point where I just be literally clicking like whatever upgrades. And then when they do the upgrade again, I just pick something that I already have multiple like stars on that I already started doing, and I usually click that, but I need this recovery HP. That's a good one. I like the stalkers a little bit, and then you have the stalkers, but you have the stalkers damage. You have you got different things going on there. But I really like those blades that spin around. I should probably stop and pay attention and see what those blades are actually called. Yeah, the whirl. I like the whirl. That's like the best thing. When you really upgrade it, it's fire. So the whirl range. Oh, okay. So you can make them go out a little bit farther. That's helpful. How many blades are in the whirl? That is super useful. And being literally attacked like by the sun. Sun does not have a lot of health, but if you quit hitting him, he starts like regenerating, which is kind of wild. Well, I see that the microphone made it to the end of the stream. The best part is I logged myself out of my YouTube channel, and therefore I literally can't even end the stream until I figure out how to log back into it. So at some point I gotta go figure out how to log back into this thing. Like, probably gonna need my wife to help me with that because I think it might be under one of her emails. Probably should have thought that through a little bit before I started the channel, but it's a little late for that now. What is going on? Dang, that did a lot of damage. Not cool. Oh man, am I gonna literally lose here? That would be such garbage. I'm like too fast. You ever been too fast in a video game? I think we're going to beat him. I think we're going to make it. And then we can regenerate our health, right? Got him. Yep, 24-hour stream, LOL. Exactly. I don't know if I was saying it on here or the Discord or something last night that you know, thinking of another stream I could do, but I don't want to do like crypto news. Like I do want to start incorporating a little bit of crypto news into this stream. But I don't want to make it all like crypto news. But who knows? Maybe everybody would love that. I just feel like there's a lot of channels that do crypto news, right? That are way bigger, you know. I really wanted to do that DeFi gaming. The only really big crypto DeFi gaming person who I know is Crypto Stash. And obviously I don't actually know him. Never met him in real life. I've watched his channel a little bit. It's actually one of those channels I really wish I watched a little bit more because, of course, he's like the biggest in that and he gets a lot of sponsorships and he gets to know about a lot of stuff real early. So that would be some alpha worth following. At some point, I'm going to buy some super fancy gaming computer. Says 24-hour stream, LO. Said my homie did that. The Crypto King. Like crypto are us for news. I don't know what just happened there. Oh. All right. Sammy for TA and charting and you for research. Hey, it's a great combination. I like to trade live with AJC Crypto. Okay. I don't know who that is. I mean, is that AJ Wrights Crypto? Or is that somebody different? We should do a 24-hour. I'm down to do a 24-hour one day. Would seriously get some watch hours for that, wouldn't I? 24 hours would be rough, though. I mean, there would, you know, when you're streaming and doing a show like this, it's not so bad at the end of the show, right? But like during most of the show, you know, you try to keep no dead time. Try to keep something going on the whole time. A 24-hour show, y'all would just have to accept there's going to be some dead time. And some running to the bathroom breaks, right? How do you even do a 24-hour stream without actually leaving the camera? You have to leave the camera at some point. Like you got to run to the bathroom or eat some food unless you got somebody to do it for you. Man, I just can imagine the look on my wife's face telling her that I'm going to do a 24 hours live stream. And the funny part is, like, that would be so not out of character for me at all. Like, I'm surprised. My wife's probably surprised I haven't said that yet, to be honest with you. Because I have talked about doing other streams and stuff. Pretty funny. Yeah, 24-hour stream. She would love that. But she'd have to be making me some food or something. Unless I just fasted through it. Then I'd just be, like, falling out. Dude, this is the worst boss to fight. He moves around too much. Take that fireball. So hard to hit things with that fireball, though, because you have to, like, stop, like, go with the controls and then click the button for the fireball. Makes it really difficult. People love it. You got to keep a good VC going the whole time. VC. I'm probably just tired. I don't know what you mean by VC. What do you mean VC? Virtual controller? I don't think that's what you mean, but could be. can't even collect any XP. I'm just getting crushed. I need that upgrade that like pulses and keeps everybody away from you. Just keep doing the HP recover, really. Everybody's like saying something different. It's hilarious. Viewer count, voice call. Gotta keep a good voice call, like a Discord chat. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. El Cheeto, a viewer count. Yeah, you definitely want to keep a good viewer count, because if I was live streaming for like 24 hours and then like hour like 9, I had like 3 people on there, I'd be like, this is maybe not worth it. Man, I don't know what we talk about, but who knows? It may happen. I have an idea that I almost just don't want to say, because once I say it, then I might have to do it. But that's when we actually get monetized on the channel. Maybe we do like a 24-hour live stream. But I don't know, if I do a 24-hour live stream, am I allowed to like not live stream the next day? Is that ethical? Can I take a day off after that? Man, I am getting whooped right now. What is going on? Dang, I love how I just clicked the fireball and it didn't even do it. Bro, it is getting so intense. I think I might lose. Oh, wow. Somehow I took like absolutely no damage from any of that. That's crazy. Says I love this game. Yeah, me too, right? Any thoughts on BTC tonight? Very ethical. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would love to hear everybody's thoughts on BTC. I don't really have a lot of them, other than I like that it's pumping. When I'm trading them in the charts, like a lot, you know? And so I would probably have a lot more of an opinion. But right this second, I don't have any crazy opinions. All right, looks like final boss status. Let me get all of this. Dang, I don't think there's enough XP to upgrade again. Oh man, did I really let him just punch me like that? Disrespectful. Oop. Pretty sure this is the final boss, yeah. I don't know, there's 2 bosses that look like this, so I don't remember which one is the final. And of course they constantly change this. It's like the daily. Dang, I keep getting hit with everything. What is going on? I think I upgraded that XP. Revive, whatever. Take that, fireball. I feel like the fireball doesn't do as much damage as like a fireball should really be doing. Dang, I don't even know where I am anymore. Oh yeah, more health recovery for sure. That's what I need. I think we got him. I think we're gonna win this one. All right, I think that's a wrap. We can open our chests. El Cheeto says, been so choppy, looks like the 1 hour, I think he said uptrending or abtrending. For now, it's going to do my part to help. Okay, I'm going to do my part to help your channel You are an amazing person, bro. Wealth of abundance is coming your way. Thank you, that one guy, man. That's really nice of you. I really appreciate that. And of course, I'll do anything to help anybody else that I can, other than to give financial advice at right. I wouldn't be surprised if price dips below 110K again. 1 hour uptrend. Sorry, that's what I thought you. That's what I thought you meant, El Cheeto. I got you. I speak your language. Ugh. It's not being like choked by the collar now. Are we at that point of the stream yet? And opening these chests. I don't even know what I get half the time. Let's see. We got a little bit of money. I don't even know what those things are. Even more money. So now we have some money. And then I want to do like the big upgrades, right? We're got to claim our daily stuff here. That didn't get us anything at all. One thing is there is the store. Is this the store? No. Okay, so this is the evolution. What do I need here? 25K. Okay, I don't have 25K. Where's the store? I don't even remember where the store is. Do I have to spend money to upgrade here? Yeah, you do. Okay. That's why I can only upgrade once at a time. That makes sense. I love when I get lost in the games that I play all the time. President Trump says all trade negotiations with Canada hereby terminated. Bullish or bearish? I don't know. I think it's good because then Canada will fail and then become a state or several states of the United States. I don't really understand what Canada's problem is. Blue Sky can maybe tell us about it. People in America love Canadians. At least in Florida. Pretty sure everywhere in America we love Canadians. I never hear anybody say stereotypical stuff about Canadians. Like I don't know. I've been around a lot of different people obviously in my life. I've never really heard anybody really just try to shit on Canadians for, anything, really. They're mostly really nice people. I've had a lot of them as customers. I did not mean to do that. Go back home. Yes. I've had a lot of Canadians as customers in my businesses over the years. Great people. Usually really nice. And if they're not nice, they won't tell you. They're at least pretend nice, which is, fine by me. I'm just there to do my job and get paid anyways, Yeah, and I mean our only Canadian guy in the chat is just they're effed, and 51st state. I think that a lot of Canadians would love to be a part of America, right? So wait, why did the shop come up now? Didn't I click on this earlier? So lost. The shop finally came up. Thank you. There is a free crate here somewhere. Or no, it's just, okay, free gold, maybe? And that's, okay, so it's just free gold. I don't know if it changes on a daily basis. I don't know. I got one of these, though. It's open an army crate. I got a Jawler Horn engine. Ooh, I do not want to spend 100. No, I don't. The whatever I opened was enough. I don't need to spend no points on it. Still got to figure out the wallet on this thing. How do I even do that? Oh, I can change the frame. I think I did this before. I like that one. And here's the wallet. But how do I actually... See if we can figure this out live on stream here. And let's crush a bunch of things that we don't need. There we go. Says, I've reposted all your videos on MemeX. You guys should do the same. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Blue's Guy always the most supportive. And a lot of other people are a lot of support, too. I don't mean that as no shots fired, but, man, he is always so supportive. I love that. El Cheeto says, weird. Blue's Guy said 100% underground. Canada problem is simple. The World Economic Forum. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. I definitely understand that. I said something about the EU and YouTube flagged it. El Cheeto, like where? Like here? Or like on you have a YouTube channel and you said something about the EU? Says, we are the guinea pigs, free Canada. The Canadians that don't want to be a part of the state are simply, yeah. After you said that, El Cheeto, I'm like, I don't know if we should be talking about this, right? It's okay. We don't know what we don't know until we do. That is very true. Anyways, I want to come over to Darkstar and try to figure out their wallet system, right? Because I don't understand. When I created my account or when I get logged out, there is a wallet that I have to log into. What really kills me is they have this login button in the corner and it doesn't do anything. It's not a button. It's super weird. A lot of this stuff is not buttons. Okay, tokens, NFTs coming, roadmap. I mean, I get that the game is new, but like, where is the wallet? Mini dab. Yeah, I'd be so lost. Play game, and then what? It's gonna open it immediately. Okay, so connect. Yep. Plus a grand prize of 100,000 USDT. I didn't know that part. First AI powered with 100% airdrops. Unlock. Join and unlock exclusive rewards. Connect. Okay. Now you don't see the pop-up. This says okay, so this is approve. I don't get it though. Like, I mean, I could approve this wallet info. DApp portal. Wallet.portal.io. Okay. I just want the actual wallet though, because I have no idea how to open it. Like, I could approve this. I'm assuming nobody can see this. But then once it's approved, it's just going to launch the game for me. But I want to see the actual wallet, right? I don't even know. I don't even know if this is the... Okay, so total... Okay. Okay. I got nothing. So, I guess they're gonna do an airdrop at some point. Add token... Well, Kaya and USD. Manage. Add tokens. I mean... Darkstar has its own. I don't know. How could Darkstar has its own token? It definitely does. Let's copy the contract here. Go over here and paste it. Bro, you got to be kidding me. Well, at least maybe we could answer one question here, and that would be, what the heck is this wallet? So it ends in FOA7. FOA7. We finally found it live on the stream. So he says no here on chat. It didn't go through. And okay, I said something about the EU and it flagged it. El Cheeto, put what you said in the Discord. Unless it was something crazy. Saying something crazy, man. Don't say nothing crazy in the Discord. You know, people are always watching for crazy people in Discord. As long as it's not something unhinged, throw it in the Discord and then put like, this is what I said that got flagged. I don't know. Very weird. Okay, so I finally found the wallet. that is associated with this. That makes me feel better. I'm gonna pull it off and bookmark it. See, look, this is the power. This is the power of the one tab right here, right? So I've been trying to figure out this wallet for forever. I finally figured it out. I can just pull the tab out of my local group here, hit this little button here that's one tab, and it automatically tabs it into this, right? And then I can click more and then go to lock this tab group. So now it's locked, because if you don't lock it, when I click on it, it'll actually disappear, right? It'll be like a one-time click kind of thing. Which is good for if you like have a bunch of stuff up and you need to restart your computer. You can just hit one tab, restart your computer, open it up, and then click everything, and it'll open all of them back up. But it won't like save them. I like to lock them because then I can see everything that everything that's important to me most of the time. Right? So anyways, now I got that locked in, and I'll be able to get to it anytime I want. One tab as a Chrome extension, this is Chrome, obviously, is super fire. I am disappointed though. I'm a little disappointed that I come to the wallet and I don't have any monies in the wallet. How do you make $5 a day if they don't ever give you no monies? Now, what I'm assuming here is that they're airdropping it at some point, right? But that's not really what they said, right? They said 100% airdrops, like 100% airdrops guaranteed. Everyone can earn a minimum of $5. I'm a little bit lost on this Dark Star thing here, because when airdrop, when money in wallet. I gotta speak like a degen, like when money in wallet. Need now. Anyways, whatever. I guess we just keep grinding from that point on. And I've been playing the crap out of this. I hope I get a fat airdrop whenever it launches. You know what? We need to look at their Twitter. So look at their X. I wonder how much of attention Dark Star has got. They were trending one day, so they have to get some attention, right? 102,000 followers. I don't know if I ever looked at this. First AI-powered Web3 game online for mass adoption. It's pretty cool. Hit a 3 million milestone growing there. 97 million on-chain interactions. That sounds cool. That sounds like a good moment, right? Here's 20 million, and then here's 97 million, and that was... Okay, it's got to be something. 20 million Dark Star in line. Milestone alert. Yeah, I was hoping there'd be some information about an actual launch here. Do they have a Discord link? No Discord link. Have to go to the link tree. Hit that Discord. No Discord. Oh wait. Right, that's Discord. There is a Discord. Just wasn't in the link tree. It was just like in the symbols. Alright, let me in. Probably got to do some verification. Let me switch you guys over so you guys can see what I see. What? Okay, there we go. Let's see what we can find. So here's the welcome. Looks like, oh, verify here. The verify things on Discords are always so weird to me. To gain access to features of the channel, please verify by clicking this emoji. I did it. I did the emoji click. Game strategy, general chat. There should be announcements. AMA announcements. Okay, no, that's vocal. I want text announcement. Just found this on CMC. Huge market cap. What is this? Some kind of game? Who are the devs? Everybody just saying GM. That's not useful. Oh, this is a text AMA. Good morning, chat. Is that just where everybody says GM? That seems so stupid. And this is how you do even more deep dive research. This is how you waste hours of your life and then be like, whoa, it's been 2 hours and I never figured anything out. That is how Discords feel a lot of the time. Giveaways, leaderboard. Like, how about announcements? AMA announcements and text AMA? No, oh, here we are. Announcements. I knew it had to be here somewhere. Discord giveaway coming soon. Get ready for Darkstar weekly Discord event. Exciting challenges and rewards. What's in it for you? Weekly giveaways. I don't even know. Can we do like a boosted super emoji? Oh, it's the only thing in here. And that is from 2/27. That seems like it was a long time ago. Did they ever do the giveaways? Not paying any attention to the chat. I do apologize for that. Please tell. I know Dash used to hold it many years ago. What is going on? No here on chat. Okay, I didn't really miss much. Garden Warrior says, I know Dash used to hold it many years ago. Not sure what you're referring to. We need to figure out MemeX. Seems like they're growing and plenty of money to grab. Perhaps we need to grow your channel there and post a lot. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what to post. I try to post some stuff. Maybe I'll post about Darkstar, right? Man, there's so many things to do. You guys have no idea. It's like I make a reel and it's like you got to post that reel to, you know, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Just like every time I do something, I got to spend 45 minutes posting it everywhere. And then like you don't want to post, like say you make a reel and you post it on YouTube. Well, you don't want to post it immediately, and maybe I'm wrong about this, it's just my research. You don't want to post it immediately to like TikTok or something like that, because then it'll like, I don't know, kind of compete with each other, right? So you want to like post it the next day, but crypto changes so fast and stuff a lot of times that it's wild. Sometimes I'll post a reel on TikTok and 2 days later it'll have literally 0 views. Like they didn't even show it to anybody. They must have flagged it for some reason. TikTok really does not like crypto. And then there's people who are huge over there. It makes no sense, right? Post it everywhere on the data fibers. Exactly. But like you want to be like, make a reel, wait a day, and make another reel. Like make a reel every day and then post the reel that you made the day before everywhere else. I need to be a little bit better about it. Sometimes I'm really good about it, and then sometimes I'm not. So I got to get better. I'm not finding what I'm looking for here in this Discord. Like, there's no way I'm the only person who's like, win airdrop, bro. Let's see if this works. I get so annoyed at this thing. Something happened and we couldn't enter your... Okay, let's try again. I love being able to voice chat stuff. Alright, it's just not going to work. Win airdrop. I don't know. Can that be as straightforward as possible? Are we allowed to do that? Okay, I'm afraid the August rewards will probably be due by mid-October. You can find, like, what is this? To propel our ecosystem to the next phase of prosperity, we've decided to strategically invest the entire $3 million in revenue over the next phase into the ecosystem building. The funds will focus. So did they just decide that they were going to use the $3 million in revenue to like not pay out the airdrops? So boosting market liquidity, optimizing economic cycle and empowering ecosystem partners. I mean, I'm cool with it because it'll probably help a lot. Win unlock dark. If you have any business, corporation, or job hunting needs, thank you for participation. Oh, sometimes I forget that I can just literally search airdrop. Oh, me, win airdrop. Look, somebody else, win airdrop. Due to our large base and the discovery of large-scale bot attacks on our anti-symbol system during the first verification, we will postpone the distribution of the community airdrops. How convenient. And when was this? 9/16/25? Okay. So, I mean, it was just last month, right? The team is currently conducting the final data cleaning and validation and I guess they got attacked. It's a new word. Everybody write that down. If you're taking notes at home, attacked. It's like being attacked, but it was like past tense. Like you already got attacked, so you got attacked. My goodness, I must be getting tired. The team is currently... I must be tired because I went on a whole rant about it. It's great. The team is currently conducting the final data cleaning and validation. So it looks like they got attacked by bots, and now they're trying to figure out who to drop to and not drop to. That sounds like a headache. Glad that I don't have to figure that out. All right, that is Darkstar. And shout out to the new social media member. I just posted this, guys, in here just to see if it would go directly to the post and not like my channel or something like that. So you could pretty much ignore that. But shout out to everybody who did that. Fart Knocker. Oh, he did post. Okay. I'll do that all a little bit later, I guess. I need to get logged into Zora. It's so weird. It shows that you guys are looking at nothing, but I have it right on my TV here, and I can see that it is up. And back to whatever we were doing before. It's interesting. We've been chilling for a while, and now that we're getting later, I see more people hopping on to the stream. All right. Shout out to anybody who's coming through. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show, where we have been deep diving Darkstar right now. And we play Darkstar a lot on the channel, and it's a lot of fun. Lots of good things to say about Darkstar. Claim our 24-hour rewards that I swear I claim like every 6 hours. I don't even know how that's possible. And if you're new to the channel, please drop a comment in the chat. Let us know you're there, and then hit the description and go to the Discord. Been trying to figure out this Gala Games, right? Tomorrow is Friday. Gotta admit that I feel like I haven't really been hitting the mark on the Friday gaming streams. It's really annoying not being able to like stream games easily. Very annoying. Or at least without lagging. So I gotta try to figure that out tomorrow. I'm gonna take most of the day to try to figure that out. Nothing but good times about Darkstar. Good things about Darkstar. Yeah. Darkstar looks pretty cool. It looks like they're doing some interesting stuff. I don't really mind them taking like the 3 mil of revenue and going and making it better, because that's going to be better for everybody. The minimum $5 though, per day. I don't know, man. That just seems like it would add up to be like a lot of money. Like, I hope that's sustainable. It's like when you go somewhere and they go to like a website and it's talking about APY being like 12,000%, and you're like, oh yeah, this project will be dead in 2 weeks. That's like the days of B&B games, right? Do they have a category for that? can you do that? So BNB chain, BNB smart chain. Okay. And then can I filter it again? All coins, right? Not NFTs. Okay, so you can filter other chains, but I want to filter by like category, but in BNB, right? Like I want to go to games, like just games. I don't think they let you do that. Customize? Okay, so you can customize the way it shows up. I don't really want to mess with any of that. I don't know. Let's look at like what are the best games here. Toncoin on BNB, and that's another thing. Like you do this, and then all the things that have like a BNB version contract, then you get all of that, and not just like BNB native stuff, right? Very interesting. BitTorrent. I feel like I bought more BitTorrent. I bought BitTorrent a long time ago, and I think like my $300 went to like $1,500, and I didn't sell it, but it was on I was on one of the exchanges that collapsed and stuff. I don't know. I still own some somewhere. I don't even know where I own some. That one guy says, "Good night, everyone. Bless you. See you in the lifer stream. Blessings. See you in the lifer stream." Hey, that's what's up. I will see you in the morning. And times of day, like around morning, lunch, and night, late night, something. Yeah, nothing but good things about Darkstar. So it's a thumb game, like you move virtual joysticks with a ship. Very addicting. Is anybody playing Darkstar on their phone? I'm over here playing it like on web, and that little like joystick thing. He said thumb, so like he must be using his thumb as a controller. But for me, when I play it, like I have to actually click it. Like I have to click and hold this little joystick, and it can get really messed up. Everybody sit tight. We're rolling into almost, what? So 3 hours and 16 minutes. And I've been drinking a lot of liquids. Cool. Underground seems quite OP. Didn't look like he's moving much. Yeah. On browser through phone. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I probably enjoy playing it a lot more that way, right? All right. Take two. Take two. All right, I'm back. I'm back. How many people did I lose? Nobody, because you guys are the best group I could ask for. On your phone. Yeah, it's like app browser. That's cool. I'm going to have to try that out for sure. For sure. And at this point, guys, we're just chilling and hanging out. Actually was going to go look at a few other things. Maybe getting prepared for tomorrow's stream. But at least for a moment, I'm just going to chill and play Darkstar. I think Darkstar did a good job because They made a simple game. Like, if you think about the complexities of the actual game, like, it's simple, but they made it entertaining, which a lot of games have like tried to do, but they weren't entertaining. You got bored of them like in like 5 seconds. Somehow they managed to do it right. And I don't know, a lot of gamers probably would also still think that this is boring. I would totally get it. But it works well for the stream, right? Because if it was too crazy, it would just lag up. And who knows, maybe it still lags a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it still lags a little bit. It's not as smooth as it is on my computer. Really going to have to figure that out. I don't look forward to the all day tomorrow deep diving to see if I can make this more optimized. And I know the ultimate answer is I probably need a better computer for gaming, right? Damn, those laser beams are annoying. I don't remember that being a thing. How's the music, guys? Is the music still playing? Put a 111 in the chat if you have actually played Darkstar. Not if you're playing it right now like I am, but just if you've ever played Darkstar. Let's go. I always feel like I'm taking a ton of damage, but then when I look down at my health bar, I've taken like no damage. And when you play the adventure mode or whatever, you do not get upgrades as fast, like at all. But you can actually beat the adventure mode just like the challenge mode, like the daily challenge as well. I like the daily challenge way better because you get to upgrade so fast. It makes it way funner. The upgrades come slow here. When you got to fight like your first boss. But in the challenge, they do change like the parameters on like a regular basis. So one day they had something where you were like super slow, and I just got absolutely wrecked. El Cheeto says no music. Well, that is no bueno. All right, so music should be back. Figured out how to start playing it. Oh, I thought Mr. J had been playing it. So anyways, I wanted to go to... I feel like the other day I was on Gala Games, and they had a bunch of games that I'd never tried to play before. And I know the one game, Townstar, works pretty well. I don't think it lags all that hard. Maybe it does. Probably close things that I don't need open, though. Close everything that I don't need open. So yeah, maybe I was tripping, but I felt like there was a bunch of other games here. What's this one? Yep. See, that's on Telegram. I want one that I can actually play. So you have to go to Gala Launcher for that one. What is this? Voyager, Legends Rebellion, new season, new character update. Where's the game? What happened? Legend Reborn? Yeah, the game. Like, I want to play the game. I don't even know what happened. Can I find that again? Where's Legend Reborn here? Age of Challenge. So, oh, Game Store. But where's the game? I don't know. Maybe it's too big. Game Store. So, play. Last Expedition. Gotta download the game. I don't want to spend forever doing that and then I can't even play it. They should really put them in categories, right? Maybe they do, and I'm just not paying any attention. Champions Arena. It says music off. Is the music on now? Should be on now. Alright. Yep. Music's on now. Cool. And I can't hear the music on my end, so I don't even know where my headphones are. Oh, they're over there. I don't know. Sam, a lot of times, he has his headphones in and he says he can hear himself the whole time. But does he hear himself on a delay? That sounds terrible. To have to try to talk while listening to what I said 20 seconds ago while I'm saying the next. That sounds awful. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe I'll have to try it out. Superior. Are any of these games like web browser games? No. It's kind of disappointing. Because, like, I get it. Everybody criticizes DeFi games for not being, like, you know, up to par enough, which is true. And nobody's worried about, like, when you're streaming, right? Nobody's worried about that. Maybe... I can't remember. I've been playing Townstar for so long. Like, I really don't remember if I actually... Did I download it first? Oh, download started. Okay. Gala Game Launcher. I already have Gala Game Launcher. I thought I had Gala Game Launcher. Maybe I don't. Or maybe they updated. Oh, wait, back. No. I want this thing to go. Does it show this? Doesn't show this, right? Yeah. We want it to go there. No, that's... Come on. I'm trying to download this to my external hard drive and not... Right, games. Okay. Okay, there we go. So obviously I didn't have to download Gala Launcher. Somebody hopping out. Alright guys, I gotta get ready for bedtime. Big day tomorrow. Driving to the city to play live. Baby, let's go. I will miss the stream tomorrow night. I'll be live about the same time. Sending great vibes. Hey, if you get any videos or anything, definitely share them in the Discord. I would love that. Much love to all undergrounders and lifers. See you in a couple days. Gratitude and blessings. Okay, so he's going to be not around for a couple of days. I hope it all goes really well, man. Big shout out to you pushing hard to get that, and you got that locked in and you've been practicing. Love to see that. Best of luck. Good luck, Blues guy. Yeah. Good luck, big dog. Drive safe and party on. Exactly. Be responsible. We need you here in the community. So, I don't know what they do in Canada. No DUIs, right? I really didn't want to download this actual game. Oh, well. Gets the upgrades. What happens when I hit refresh? Oh, it only lets me do it one time. Finally, I got my blades here on Darkstar. Yeah, I was trying to find other games on Gala that were like in browser games that might be more interesting than Townstar, because Townstar takes too dang long. It's like an idle game. It's fun when you check in on it and play it for like 15 minutes, but then you got to wait like another 12 hours before you interact with it. Dang. Holy crap. Alright, I got pop-ups popping up everywhere. Yes, I really don't want to download that game. I just want the Gala launcher. Was not installed. Okay, go away. Close. No, thank you. So yeah, I really am not finding any that are like browser games. Meowcoin does not look fun. It's a Telegram game anyways. Sweepstake. Yeah, so Townstar you can just launch. I think it was one of their first games, but like none of these other games look like you can launch them in web browser. Holy wonderful. Is that a game? Okay, event schedule for town. Okay. That's interesting. All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I don't want to hold nobody hostage. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Have a great night. And, yeah. I thought it was a good stream, for sure. Stay underground. Stay crypto. I actually am not able to end the stream. That's right. So we will switch to... We will switch screens here. And I'm pretty much saying goodnight at this point. Stay underground. Stay crypto. Oh, yeah, that's right. This guy says sober since 2018. But hey, that's awesome, man. That is absolutely awesome. And everybody have a great night. Get started, all that fun stuff. Stay underground, stay crypto. It will still be running on the countdown for a minute. Thank you, El Cheeto. Says good stream. I can't thank any of you guys enough for being here. And the party and the show goes on and on and on and on. And we're not going to quit. So we're just going to keep running, even through bear markets and stuff like that. So everybody have a great night. And I'm going to figure out how to end my own stream and log into my own YouTube channel. So that should be fun.